Hello, 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 and welcome everybody. So I have been wanting to go live on the Barry Morphew case for a bit now because he has been released on bond. But I've had a lot of things going on. But I came across some more information just a while ago, and I figured now is a better time than any to come on and start talking about this, because we may have seen the last of the Barry Morphew coverage. And I'm going to show you why. 2 YouTubers breached court orders, and now the court is calling them both out in court documents. So I'm going to show you guys those. Let me get some shout outs first. Hello, Marie, Lori. I'm going to give these out while I can because we know my thing ends up screwing up here and I end up losing the ability to be able to put your chats on screen. So I'm going to do it while I can. Real Angel Girl, hello. Yeah, we may lose it. And the worst part about it is one of these creators I've ended up growing a little fond of, didn't like him at first. Well, now I'm back to not liking him. Because I went in his chat and said, hey, buddy, like, we're not allowed to live stream this. Please stop. And he blocked my chat. He blocked me from being able to chat. Many people in his chat were saying he wasn't allowed to do it, and he continued to do it. And now he's being called out. So whether he wanted this, whether I don't know. I don't know what his thought process was, but to me, it's like, whoa, okay, we're not allowed to. I would have ended the live streaming of it right then and there, right? But he continued. He live streamed the whole thing. He was told by hundreds of people he couldn't do it, and he still continued to do it. So did he want to be drawn into this case somehow? I don't know, but it's starting to look like attention grabbing. You know what I mean? So I hope the views and clicks and everything else were worth it, because he may have screwed us all. K Mitch, hello, my love. The Real Angel Girl. Lisa King. Yes, Marie, I sent you a message on Facebook. Mary Michael, hello, my love. Hello, Willow. I was just watching something on YouTube and saw your notification pop up. So I abandoned what I was watching to come and watch you here. Thank you. I can't believe I was home and online so I can be here. I'm glad you are too, because I have missed you. Marie says hello to everybody coming in. Mary Michael saying hello to everybody. Hello, Norma. Okay, so let me get this up on screen, you guys, for you guys. Here we go. I don't like that view. Hang on, you guys. I'm going to just share my whole, because it's small. Let me just share my whole screen. Whoops. Share my whole screen here. Here we go. Okay, so there it is. We're going to go over it and you're going to see who's being called out. I have invited Martin and Kurt to come if they would like to come. They are more than welcome to come. They do have the link, so hopefully they will pop up. Hello, beautiful. I hope you are doing well, Shamina. I have missed you too. Okay, so clearly, Barry Morphew's lawyers did not want any of this being live streamed. They didn't want the public being able to even view it online. The judge said, look I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. We are going to allow, the public to see it via our WebEx or whatever the hell it was that they were using. It didn't work for me the last time. But anyway, I couldn't view it. I could view it, but I couldn't hear it. So there was some issues with it, but I was able to finally get into it and listen to it. So then I just repeated to you guys what I was hearing. I did not live stream it. The judge made it quite clear. And even when you get onto the page where it was streaming from, it says you are not allowed to copy, take pictures of this, live stream it. No audio, no video, no nothing, zero, zilch. It's against federal law, whatever. Anyway, they gave, the reasons why, and that you would be in contempt of court, blah, 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 blah. And if we wanted to continue being able to see these, that we are to follow the rules. So we've all followed the rules except for two people that were I'm going to say it, attention whores, trying to get this. I understand why one of them is doing it, because he has been a problem if it's the same guy, and I think it is, he has did an outright attack on my brother Kurt for a long time now. Okay, so he live streamed it, and I think that he did it in the hopes that the judge would stop allowing us to see it, because he's just an idiot. He's just an idiot. And I do believe that it was him that was one of them, and the other one is JLR. So, like I said, I did go on to JLR's channel and say, JLR, buddy, man, you're not allowed to. You can't live stream this. Like, stop. You're going to make us lose it. Hello, Beach Bum. Okay, so let's go over this. Here it is here. This just dropped. Unopposed motion to cease unmonitored live stream of court proceedings. Comes now, Barry Morphew, by and through his counsel, David M. Beller of Riot, Cornfield, PC, and Jane Fisher Brylson of Fisher and Brylson, and moves to seize live streaming of court proceedings and instead adopted an alternative means of remote public viewing via a verified account on WebEx, which means a lot of us aren't going to be able to see it, because I think you have to be living in the US to get the WebEx. So, which means I won't be able to see it. There's Marie. Thank you, Marie. 48 months, 46 months, almost 4 years. Woohoo. Yeah, it was. And like I said, I even went on JLR because I'd grown to start liking him again, right? And gave him the benefit of the doubt until he pulled this. And then he blocked me from being able to chat, like to put a comment on his live stream, because I said it in bold. JLR, you're not allowed to live stream this. Stop, please. And tons of other people said it, and he blocked them. So he knew exactly what he was doing. Now, the other one that did it, you're going to see who that is here. I think it's Tombstones, and he's had it out for my brother for a long time. He caused a lot of trouble for my brother, and anyway, he's been causing problems in this case since the last time. So I think it was him, and I think it's because he didn't want it live streamed. Okay. So the visitors and potential abusers, right, are identified and IP addresses are trackable as opposed to the unmonitored live stream. This motion is made pursuant to CRS 13132 articles, and it gives the articles of the Colorado Constitution and Amendments 6 and whatever this is of the United States Constitution. The people do not oppose the relief requested, but due to their private schedules have not seen the final version of the contents of this motion. As grounds, Mr. Morphew states, Section 13.1.132 provides that all criminal court proceedings conducted in open court shall be available for remote public viewing and listening in real time through an online platform, which may include a participatory web conferencing platform. Hello, Patty. Hello, Sharon. Welcome. There are exceptions, however. Remote public viewing is not required if, based on particular facts and circumstances of the case, this court finds there is a reasonable likelihood remote observation of live proceedings risks compromising the safety of any person, the defendant's right to a fair trial, including violations of when they sequester them, sequestration orders, or the victim's rights pursuant to Section 24.1.302.5. There is no less restrictive alternative that preserves the public interest in the remote observation while mitigating the identified risk. Hello, everybody coming in, and welcome. Please make sure you smash that like button on your way in. Let people know that we are covering this. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you know when things break like this. This was just dropped. I haven't heard anybody else talking about it. I don't think anybody else knows that these documents are out yet. There's a few of them. So you want to be the first in the know, hit that subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell. Also, super chat, super thanks, and everything are greatly appreciated. Okay, so based on these, they are trying to get us not to be able to view this. As used in 13.132, okay, all these. I'm not going to keep reading these here. Risk compromising the safety of any person includes risk to physical and emotional safety, intimidation, and harassment. Here, live streaming has invited countless unsavory characters into the lives of all parties, witnesses, victims, counsels, and members of the judiciary, and provided them with unfettered access to harass and abuse. Live streaming is available for most criminal cases in Colorado by going to the website. The home screen landing page prominently states, okay, listen to this. The home screen landing page prominently states in two places in two different fonts, warning, do not record, reproduce the court proceedings. Any recording of these proceedings, including any audio recording, visual recording, screen capture, or photograph without express prior written authorization of the court is prohibited and may subject you to contempt proceedings, including a fine, jail, or both. And it is in big letters, okay? I wish they would have put it here, how big it is when you log in to go and watch this, okay? Despite the statutory and CJD prohibitions and the warning stated above, the status conference hearing held on September 2nd, 2025 was live streamed by at least 2 YouTube user accounts, reaching viewers in this judicial district in Colorado, across the country, and throughout the world. Multiple ads, commercials, and interrupted the broadcast. While Tombstones, and I think this is Tom Songs, only has 100 subscribers. JLR Investigates has 432,000. Okay. And here they screen captured these people streaming the live stream. As of September 16th, 2025, the JLR broadcast and live streaming of the September 2nd hearing has over 17,000 views and counting on youtube.com. See this? The filming and simultaneous broadcasts include everything that could be seen in the live stream, including a view of the victims and everyone else in the courtroom. The names of those admitted into this court's WebEx are also displayed. JLR also filmed himself committing contempt of court by live streaming the hearing. In this motion, the live stream image on the left below is referred to as the JLR broadcast, and the live stream image on the right is Tombstones broadcast. Oh, beach bum, don't say, oh, snap. You're going to jinx me. Because that's what happens on my YouTube studio. I get a black screen and it says, oh, snap. And then all of a sudden I can't see the comments anymore, and let alone being able to put them on the screen. Don't jinx me. I'm just picking on you. Okay, so here's JLR's, and it's showing that he showed the whole court stream. Look at. Also showing some of the victims' names, and it's showing the whole courtroom. And there is JLR showing his face, showing the judge. Like, how stupid can you be? Notably, both broadcasts include the prominent display of the live stream's notice that proceedings may not be recorded or transmitted. JLR. Okay, so here is JLR's stream. Okay, and look at this stream is offline. Please try refreshing the status. So he refreshes it. Warnings: do not record or reproduce the court proceedings. Any recording of these proceedings, including any audio. So here's the warning that was read. The contemporaneous commentary emblazoned across the courtroom images throughout the JLR broadcast is venomous and threatening towards not only Mr. Morphew, but also his daughters who are victims in the case. Some examples. Okay, so this is some of the examples of what they claim JLR said in his recording. Looks like, well, be going on a bear hunt, everyone. Wheel. Instead of we will, wheel, and he spelled it well. Looks like we'll be going on a bear hunt, everyone. He's a monster. He names the victim's daughters are just showing disgraceful behavior now. What the hell is wrong with these judges? Barry is an animal. This judge is a fool. These are all things that they captured him saying during his live stream. Judge would need to hide herself. Something insidious about Barry and the daughter's relationship. Sick. It's inconceivable that these girls cannot support their mother, the woman who gave birth to them, over a man that took her life. Absolutely crazy. God bless Suzanne, and may you get the justice she deserves. His children are delusional. Their poor mom, how horrified she must be. Shame on the girls, they will see. His attorney said since he lost his wife, not since he lost his wife, went missing with another man like they said, he should have no bond. His attorney should be arrested for accessory after the crime and fired. These are all things that JLR said. That, and this isn't even all of it, you guys. This is just some of it. Some of this can be taken as threatening. Going to go on a bear hunt? Because we all know that we call Barry Morphew Bear, right? What's wrong with these judges? The judge would need to hide herself. Like this, accusing something, and we know what this is, something abusive going on between Barry and the daughters. That's what he's insinuating. Insinuous, okay? And they took out what he said, but I believe he was saying that there could be something sick going on between him and his daughters, right? So, like, there's some stuff here that could be taken. Looks like his daughters walked in. I can tell by the black hair and the blonde hair and the clothes they wear. After the court hearing concluded, JLR commented for some 15 minutes about the court's ruling, Mr. Morphew, and the deficiencies of the prosecution and the defense. He followed up by posting the same on X, formerly Twitter. Barry's daughters, this is on Twitter. Barry's daughters know he murdered Suzanne Morphew. They are covering for him. This is a trio of evil. Wow. Wow. JLR pledged to continue live broadcasting all the way through the trial. Okay? Yes. I hope they take his channel. I hope they take his channel. JLR Investigates as Jonathan Lee Riches. A quick search on Wikipedia reveals the following summary. Jonathan Lee Richard is a convicted felon known for the many lawsuits he has filed in various United States district courts. He was arrested for violating his federal probation in December 2012. Wow, I didn't know that. When he left the Eastern District of the state of Pennsylvania without permission, he drove to Connecticut and impersonated the uncle of Adam Lanza, the shooter in the Sandy Hook. Are you kidding me? I didn't know this about him. Those were what JLR said. Yeah, he's gone too far. I agree, you guys. Oh my God. Do you see this? He drove to Connecticut and impersonated the uncle of Adam Lanza. I don't know who Adam Lanza is. Oh, he's the shooter in the Sandy Hook Elementary School incident. Wow. Mr. Riches' identity is corroborated by the logo he places in the corner of his videos. Oh my God. Oh, there's also another one here where it was dismissing appeal following a plea of guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud and for wire fraud. Oh my gosh. I didn't know he was a convicted felon. Okay. A Westlaw Pacer and CCES search reveals multiple findings of vexatious filings by Mr. Riches, including filing suits in the U.S. District Court for the District of Colorado. Riches versus swine flu? What? Riches versus Beavis and Butthead? What? Riches versus the Ghostbusters? What? Come on, this can't be serious. Including filing suits in U.S. District Court of Colorado in Riches versus the swine flu, Riches versus Beavis and Butthead, and Riches versus the Ghostbusters. Are you kidding me? What? Oh, I got to look into that now. In Colorado District Court, Mr. Riches filed cases against former Denver Nugget Allen Iverson, Denver County, former Denver Bronco coach Mike Shanahan, Denver County, and former Denver Nugget Carmelia Anthony, Denver County. Mr. Riches also claimed to represent Aurora Theater shooter James E. Holmes in an eviction action against Adams County. Mr. Riches wrote to the judge, "My name is Jonathan Lee Richards, and I represent James Holmes. I seek the return of all the property in James Holmes' apartment. This is my property. I met James in computer hacking chat rooms in the..." What? In the 90s, Mr. Holmes was born in 1987, and we lived together, and I financed all of the property related to this case. I'm also very famous and high profile. Please Google me. James is also innocent, and I can be found on James Holmes is Innocent Facebook group. Mr. Richards then provides his then home address in Westchester, PA. What? This is crazy, you guys. For over a decade, federal courts restricted Mr. Rich's ability to file vexatious lawsuits and motions. Oh my gosh. In genetically modified rice litigation, number whatever this is, Soliday versus Director of Bureau of Prisons. I don't know what this all is, you guys. indicated at that time Mr. Riches had been a party to 3,668 cases. What? What? Are you kidding me? Where does he get the time? The U.S. District Court for the District of Colorado is one of many courts that have restricted Mr. Riches' filings. Example, Riches versus Sheindlin. The instant action is another example of the attempts by Mr. Riches using absurd aliases to initiate cases in this court that make bizarre allegations, often naming as defendants newsmakers and celebrities, both fictional and non-fictional. So in the Bradford Company versus AFCO Manufacturing et al., on August 5th, 28, imposing sanction upon Jonathan Lee Riches, noting Mr. Riches had filed thousands of lawsuits and motions to intervene, imposing sanctions, and stating to describe Mr. Riches as a frequent flyer would be oh, they cut it off. It'll continue at the bottom of the next page. Anyway, Mr. Riches is a fraudster and convicted felon in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Texas. I wouldn't be surprised if they go after him. We all need to report his profile for fraudulent impersonation. JLR has been busy boy, and why doesn't have better standards for people wanting to start channels? Isn't it crazy how you can get away with filing so many cases? Like 3,000 something. I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Mr. Riches is a fraudster and convicted felon in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Texas, in case this. Later transferred to the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. Mr. Riches was charged with 16 various counts of fraud, conspiracy to commit fraud, and money laundering. Whoa! And aiding and abetting wire fraud. Oh my gosh. The court sentenced him to the Bureau of Prisons for a term of 125 months. How long is that, you guys? Come on. Where's my mathematicians here? How long is 125 months? Somebody put it in chat, please. Please, please, please. Thereafter, Mr. Riches was found in violation of a supervised release. The district court sentenced order on violation of supervised release includes concurrent sentencing with the court common pleas in Chester County, PA. While counsel did not check every state for court records of Mr. Riches, the Pennsylvania Court of Common Pleas alone lists the following docket matters. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10. Amongst the many charges includes harassment, intercepting communications, stalking, ethic intimidation, disclosing and intercepting communications. Holy shit, you guys. Within a year of discharging his federal supervised release on July 11th, 2018, a grand jury for the United States District Court for the District Court of Arizona indicted Mr. Riches for filing false and fraudulent wirings in violation of USC 1001. Mr. Riches, posing under the name Jared Lee Laudner, sued. Oh my gosh. 10 years. Okay, there he is. Come on up, Martin. There's Martin. 10 years, 5 months. Almost 11 years, Christina says. Yeah, almost 10 and a half years. Come on up, Martin. I sent you the link on Twitter. There we go. Hang on a sec. I'll put it here again if you want. This is just for Martin, you guys. Whoops. So there's the link to jump on. Okay, so this here is continued from up top. What was it up top we were reading? Okay, so noting Mr. Richard had filed thousands of lawsuits and motions to intervene, imposing sanctions and stating to describe Mr. Richards as a frequent flyer would be an understatement. Oh my God, look at all this, you guys. The allegations of his complaints are basic, fantastical, and delusional. Riches versus Parcel, the clerk of the court restricted from filing any civil complaints. Jonathan, oh my God. Okay, I'm not going to read all this. Mr. Riches once sued the holiday of what? Look at this, you guys. Mr. Riches once sued the holiday of Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving. Riches versus Thanksgiving. Oh my God. How do you sue? How the frig do you sue Thanksgiving? How do you sue Thanksgiving? I'll wait. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee as we wait. He's going to be jumping up, you guys. I also sent a link to my brother, so he may come in and jump up too. I haven't seen chat, but hang on a sec. Let me see if he's in here. Let me see if my brother is lurking. He could be lurking without chatting, you guys. He probably is. Okay, there's Martin. Okay, so let's do this. Hey, buddy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hang on a sec. I got to put my headphones on. Otherwise, we're going to get feedback. See how unprepared I am? All right. Now, a second. There we go. All right. Okay, I got my headphones on. You there, Martin?
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Have you been seeing this?
No, just now. I didn't see the message in Twitter. But I just seen your name popped up in my notifications.
Yay, you got the notification. I
And
sent
he's
a message.
crazy.
Yeah, like I'm reading. How do you sue Thanksgiving? Did you? Look at this right here. Where is it now? Mr. Riches once sued the holiday of Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving in Riches versus Thanksgiving.
I know, it's crazy.
Okay, so anyway. Okay, so let's go. Where did we leave off? Okay, so Mr. Riches, posing under the name of Jared Lee Loeffner, sued former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords for $25,000 million. Is that 25 million? Yeah.
6 zeros, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He sued Congressman Gabrielle Giffords for $25 million on March 9, 2019. The court placed Mr. Riches on 5 years of probation. Presumably, he discharged his sentence on March 29th, 2024. So he was just discharged a year ago. See, the way he was describing, like the only time I heard him talk about any of this, like I knew that he had been in trouble before. I didn't know to this extent. But he had made it sound like, he made it sound like that was years and years and years ago when he has changed his ways. Well, it states here, presumably he discharged his sentence on March 29th, 2024. That's based on information contained in various public court records. So he was still on probation until a year ago, this March. Wow. Now, nearly every year being released from federal probation, live stream permits people like Mr. Riches to commit contempt of court and rile up the public, treating the parties to the Morphew litigation as mere entertainment for him and his followers. 20. Uh-oh. Oh no. You see what I'm seeing? No. Okay, let's see how this is going to come into play. The consumption of true crime entertainment is not limited to Mr. Riches. Mr. Morphew was a topic of panels in Denver at CrimeCon 2025. The public filing of a victim impact statement resulted in worldwide headlines and countless social media postings. X, formerly Twitter, and YouTube users filmed themselves calling the Alamosa Sheriff's Department inquiring of Mr. Morphew's bond status. So this is Jules. Oh no. Sheriff's Department inquiring Mr. Morphew's bond status. See Attic Crew, YouTube, September 16th. Also, YouTube, this channel. While the court cannot limit the public's appetite in the case by limiting some public exposure, the court may avoid stating it. Yeah, this is Jules. That's another day in the car.
Yeah.
What's she doing? She says, hit it. Let's call and see if that Barry Morphew got whatever. Oh no, Jules, really? Oh no. Okay. After live streaming in violation of the statute of CJD and this court's order, Mr. Riches films himself stating, I call them Morphew daughters, the trio of evil. The way his daughters are smirking with him, they are benefiting financially from this. JLR broadcast 54 minutes and 5 seconds. Mr. Riches then verbally engages with someone live blogging, claiming to be a resident of Alamosa County, stating, you're welcome, Starla. Thank you. Be safe out there in Alamosa County. Seems like they might be defending criminals out there and giving criminals an opportunity to hit the street. JLR broadcast 54:19. He goes on, and like Denise said in the comments, I'll be half trying to hunt him down. Manhunt Barry Morphew. Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Going too far. Going way too far.
Well, did you see what I just went through at the beginning? What he stated in his live stream?
No.
Okay, I'm going to go back and show you because to me, I want your opinion on it. You guys, could jump right back to this. I'm on page 10. We'll jump right back to it. But I want Martin's opinion on this. Okay, so this is them showing JLR live streaming. Okay, they're showing that he's seen the warnings because he live streamed even the warning. And then he goes on, this is what they've taken him saying in his JLR broadcast is venomous and threatening towards not only Mr. Morphew, but also his daughters who are victims. So this is things that he said throughout the live stream. Looks like we'll be going on a bear hunt, everyone. He's a monster. He named the victims' daughters.
Wow.
Saying, and he said, are just showing disgraceful behavior, effing sick now, effing now. And they're taking out the swear words when you see this. It's either something SUL or something, a swear word. What the hell? Effing is wrong with these judges. Barry is an animal and this judge is a fool. The judge should need to hide herself. Something insinuous about Barry and the daughter's relationship, something really sick. So I'm thinking this is SA or something along them lines. It's inconceivable. These girls cannot support their mother, the one that gave birth to them, a man that took their life. Absolutely crazy. God bless Suzanne. May you get the justice she deserves. I agree with that one.
Is this 100%? Because
this is what
remember the last time they tried to get the cameras out of the court.
No, this is true because I went on JLR's channel. Okay. And I said, JLR buddy, but because I didn't know half of this shit about him, right? I didn't like him in the beginning. Then he kind of grew on me, but now it's like, screw JLR, right? After this, but I went on his channel and said, JLR buddy, man, you're not allowed to live stream this. Please stop. It's going to make us lose it, right? He blocked my chat. He blocked me from being able to chat. And everybody who complained and said, JLR, stop. You're not allowed to live stream. He blocked them.
Wow.
And these are some of the things that he was saying during the live stream. So yes, he was live streaming it. And they show pictures up here of him live streaming it. Look at, there's
I
JLR right
know,
there.
no, I seen that, yeah.
Yeah, he's streaming the live WebEx. But some of the stuff that he's saying that the judge needs to hide herself now,
I know, yeah.
going hunting for Barry, um, accusing maybe Barry of doing something inappropriate with the daughters. His children are delusional. Their poor mom, how horrified. Shame on the girls. They will see. His attorney said since he lost his wife, not since his wife went missing with another man, like they said, he should have no bond. His attorney should be arrested for accessory after the crime and fired. It looks like his daughters walked in, and I can tell by the black hair and the blonde hair and the clothes by the clothes they wear. And apparently he kept going on. JLR pledged to continue live broadcasting all the way through to the trial. So even though he was told you can't do it, he's saying I'm still going to do it.
He's going to find himself in deep
trouble.
doo-doo. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is probably why the court, the prosecution and defense is putting all this about his past in there, because he's not following rules again. He just come off of parole, apparently, or probation. Where were we? On page 10. Jules. Oh my God, Jules. No. Anyway. Okay. So this is where we were. After live streaming in violation of the statute, Mr. Riches films himself stating, I call them the Morphew daughters, the trio of evil. The way his daughters are smirking with him, they're benefiting financially from this. Mr. Riches then verbally engages with somebody live blogging, claiming to be a resident of Almosa. You're welcome. Okay, we read that part, right? Okay, violation of court orders and rules with respect to live streaming is not restricted to this particular court hearing. The case has attracted extreme vitriol, threats, and harassment against Mr. Morphew's daughters and his defense team and the court. Immediately after the court proceeding, the name, image, and home address of Barry Morphew's elderly mother was posted conspicuously online by a person identifying, oh no, not Matt. Oh, Matt. Oh no. I'd buy that for $1. Oh no. Relinquishing assets to eldest daughter for Indiana property. We already knew this. We went through this already. I think I even went through this, showing that Barry had transferred property to his daughter. But
yeah,
I don't know. I didn't have his mother's address. Matt.
Well, that's the same address. It's the same address because she was staying there. You know what I mean?
I thought that they had signed it over to Mallory, and Mallory had taken it
over. They
did,
yeah. They did, but no, I think they're surely still living there, but I think it's transferred over to Mallory's name.
I think that one there, Mallory was told to sell or something to get rid of it, and apparently the youngest one is what? Macy. Macy and his mom are living in a condo somewhere. Maybe even in Arizona. I don't know.
Wow.
That's what I've come across in some of the... Well, there's more documents here.
Yeah.
Okay, so has long been posting about this case, and there is every indication they will continue to... I hope I'm not on here. Okay, so here's Matt again. I hope I'm not on here. During previous proceedings, there were threats not only against Mr. Morphew, but also his legal team requiring security measures. The personal information of attorneys was posted online. A dead fox was found on the porch of one of the attorneys' home. Oh my gosh. I didn't know this. A dead fox was found on the porch of one of the attorneys' home, and anonymous letters were sent to the home addresses of the attorneys. Negative online reviews of counsel are constant. In addition, counsel for Mr. Morphew has had to take personal security measures for our homes and offices. They see that somebody's going too far here. A previous district court judge on the case, Judge Ramsey Lamza, was doxxed with his home address posted online. I don't even want to get into this clown. This guy's a clown, but that former judge, he was a clown, and he doxed himself.
Yeah.
On June, and I'm not sticking up for JLR here, believe me, but this judge here, this Judge Ramsey, he doxed himself, and the things that he said, oh my God. But anyway, that's another whole topic. On June 20th, 2025, the court issued a lengthy and detailed order regarding expanded media coverage. In it, the court rules at Par 12, there shall be no zoom or close-ups made of any of the proceedings. Despite this, in both subsequent hearings, the media ignored this court's order and zoomed in on Mr. Morphew.
Court TV.
Yeah, but this was him walking in his first appearance.
Yeah.
That was taken from a video that was in the courtroom, and the court TV zoomed in on that video and snapped this picture.
I think they're making a mountain out of a molehill in some cases here. Do you know what I mean?
I am. Like, I think it should all be shown, and we should be able to live stream it. But I also, you guys know, I worked in the legal field for 30 years. I follow the law.
Yeah.
I screwed up at one point in time and I didn't realize I wasn't allowed to stream it. And right away, as soon as somebody told me, I stopped it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I canceled that live and I started another one and then just repeated what was being said. But in the last few, and that was when I first started YouTube. Like, it's been, going on 5 years now? I know better now. Like, I know the ins and outs. JLR knows the ins and outs. So does Court TV. So does all the other court, what's the other one? Law and crime and stuff like that. They all know the rules. I was just learning. But as soon as somebody told me I couldn't do it, I stopped. And that was in the last, when Barry Morphew was first arrested way back when. So while the abuse of EMC order is grounds for a different motion, it is raised here to express the need to limit what the public is consuming. This court has the power and obligation to order complete cessation of remote live streaming because there is a reasonable likelihood remote observation of live proceedings risk compromising the safety of persons, the defendant's right to a fair trial, including violations of that here. I can say it. I can't say it today. Today's not the day. The victim, when they're sequestered, sequestration. There you go. Orders. Say that again, Martin.
I'd say only the ones.
The victim's right pursuant to section 2441. When you get them days, like, you can say words and they usually just flow out of your mouth, and then some days you just can't even say it, like food, or like foot. I want to eat. Forget it. Can't say it. The abuse of live streaming represents a blatant violation of this court's orders against broadcasting the live stream proceedings, as well as this court's specific prohibition on photographing and publishing images of the victims. It cannot be doubted that in the setting of the extraordinary hysteria and vitriol surrounding this case, all individually and cumulatively, create a reasonable likelihood of risk to physical and emotional safety, intimidation, and harassment. Inflaming tens of thousands of viewers to hunt Mr. Morphew and calling his daughters a part of a trio of evil, and declaring the court would need to hide herself, is alarming, illegal, and by any definition is harassment, intimidation, traumatic to emotional safety, and a risk to physical safety of Mr. Morphew, his daughter's counsel in this court. I wouldn't be surprised if they charge him. If charges are brought against him.
Oh, no, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Whew. This is crazy. Like, wow. The public trial guarantee is a right created for the benefit of the defendant. The Sixth Amendment right to a public trial is best understood as trial that is open to the public, meaning that the public has a reasonable opportunity to be physically present to observe the proceedings. This is not a right that requires live streaming of court proceedings. We're on page 13 of 14 here. To be sure, however, the purpose of the right to the public trial extends beyond the accused. Public access. Oh God, Willow, get it together. Public access Do criminal trials permits the public to participate in and serve as a check upon the judicial process, an essential component in our structure of self-government. To the extent the right to attend criminal trials is implicit in the guarantees of the First Amendment, that right is satisfied by permitting the public to attend the trial in person. The First Amendment rights of the public and representatives of the press are not absolute. As the Supreme Court has explained, there may be reasonable restrictions on general access. Just as a government may impose reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions upon the use of its streets in the interest of such objectives as the free flow of traffic, they got to stop with these tongue twisters. So many a trial judge, in the interest of the fair administration of justice, imposed reasonable limitations on access to a trial. Okay. Thus, while the press and public have a constitutional right to observe court proceedings, the constitutional rights do not compel the court to offer remote live streaming of any proceeding. So long as the courthouse remains open and the members of the public who wish to observe the proceedings may do so in person, the court's obligation to hold public proceedings is satisfied. I have a funny feeling we're going to lose everything.
I think you'd be wrong if they did, because you can't punish the majority of people for the mistakes of, one or two people.
Right.
The thing is to come
But they
down
did it before.
Come down on those. I know, but it's wrong.
It is wrong.
It's totally wrong.
Like, hold them responsible. You know who they are.
Yeah.
Mary Michael says, just get back in. I'll have to replay. Where is that? Carol. Carol says, sometimes JLR sells things that makes me gaps. Wondering if he's going to get a slander charge. This is more than slander. This is threats.
I actually liked him when I first seen him. It was in the Brian Koberger, the Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
but it was at the very beginning of it, not when it broke, around that time. And I think he was doing stuff that was good journalism and whatever. But then he started getting a bit weird, and then in other cases, and I said, "Oh my God, this guy's he's a bit cray-cray,"
It's when he first started, he only had like 12,000 subscribers, and he took off after the Summer Wells case. After that case, he gained a little bit more of a following, but I think he really took off with the Sebastian Rogers case.
That was just crazy.
Right.
That behavior
But
was crazy.
before that, I didn't like JLR at all.
Right.
At all. And then when he started doing the work on, there was another case too. He really, there's a few cases, and it's like, okay, he's sounding a little bit more reasonable and a little bit more, his head on straight, and wanting to stay within the legal aspect of things. And okay, I'm going to give him another chance, and he seemed to be doing okay. But lately, he's gone off the rails again. Gone off the rails again with his fake news and insinuating things that are way out there and off.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, out of line. And this is one of them, like, that he's doing here. So.
And I knew he had trouble in his past, and I give anyone the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? He'd done the crime, he'd done the time, and so. But when I just see that list, my gosh, you know what I mean?
Right, Ruby, this is more than just contempt. He can be held in contempt for restreaming, but some of the comments that he was making that they've included in this court. Now I'm just replying to Ruby Blue online here. She thinks it could just be contempt. I think it could be more than that. I think it could be threatening Barry Morphew, intimidation, and threatening the judge, intimidation of the judge, intimidation. They threw a dead fox on his front step. He's inciting things like this. So, I mean, I think that this could end up being more than what he bargained for.
It did look like they were throwing everything in there, everything bar the kitchen sink on that,
But he does say those things, Martin.
Yeah, but I mean, I know, but I'm just wondering, like, it's like they're trying to really beef this up, because the last thing they want is Joe public watching this trial. Do you know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Because they know, like in other cases, the power of the public. You know,
Right.
and they
But
want
I
to
mean,
catch
it's still, regardless, even if they say that we can't watch it anymore, the news is still allowed in the overflow room, and they're allowed their computers, so they can still tweet out
yeah.
from the overflow room, not from the courtroom itself, but from the overflow room. They're allowed their cell phones and their computers and everything in there, so they could still tweet out what's going on in court. You know what I mean? Like, they can watch the court in the overflow room, and they can tweet out what's happening. It's still going to get out. There's still going to be reporters there. They can't ban the reporters from the courtroom.
No,
So it's still, we're still going to know what's going on. We're just not going to be able to watch play by
but
play,
but
thanks to these
but the
few.
but you see what happened in the prelims for Morphew trial.
Hmm.
When Iris said about the
Me and Kurt
Suzanne.
hacking the system.
Well, no, I was going to say before that, or when she was on about the Suzanne taking photographs of Barry outside Moonlight Pizza,
Okay.
and that was said in court, but we had no cameras in there, and even the reporters at the time had to go outside,
Yeah.
to Lauren Schaff would go out and then she'd tweet or whatever like that, and then somebody else would go out and tweet, and
Yeah. She stopped everything from being able to come in. But in this case here, they have the overflow room, right? They have the overflow room where they are allowed to live tweet from. They can't do it inside the courtroom.
right,
And like I
yeah,
said, all these things that they're saying that he said, I believe he said.
yeah.
But the two that are going to get him is looks like we'll have to be going on a bear hunt for everyone. Bear hunt everyone. Like, he's telling everybody to go hunting for Barry Morphew if he gets out. Attacking the daughters, and then saying that, what the hell is wrong with these judges?
But
Judge
that's
would need to
I think
hide herself. Like,
I
these are threats. These are
yeah,
like
that's what
these,
I would think was the
yeah,
more serious one is what he was saying about the
the
judge.
judge.
Yeah,
So I mean, he's threatening judges, he's threatening the attorneys. There's like, wow. Okay, so let's get back to the last page. We were on the last page. So where is it? Okay. The only less restrictive alternative that council can suggest is for the court to terminate the live stream while allowing persons with verified requiring an email address to register. WebEx account users platforms to remotely observe the proceedings. In that way, observers will have to identify themselves with a registered account. Their IP identifier may be tracked by the court's IT department if necessary. While counsel is skeptical that this alternative will ensure that there is no audio or visual recording included photography or screenshots, it is a less restrictive measure short of terminating all viewing and listening in real time in any remote forum. Undersigned for counsel conferred with the people and shared an earlier draft version of this motion. They have no objection to the relief requested. Now, I would rather it be on WebEx. If you want my honest opinion, I would
yeah.
rather it be on WebEx.
I watched the beginning of the first trial on with Judge Murphy, Patrick Murphy, on WebEx, but that was like it was like YouTube channel that everyone was commenting in and
Yeah.
saying stuff. It was crazy. I've got secondhand embarrassment for everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, some of the things that was going on in there.
People didn't realize they thought to run somebody's YouTube channel. That's what it seemed
Yeah.
like. So
So this one
yeah,
here, you guys, is basically, I don't really see them. The one that I see them going after hard is JLR. They do list this guy here too, Tombstones. They do mention him, and they do mention Jules, Another Day in the Car. But they just mention, like, this is what they've done. They mentioned that, where is it here? I'm trying to scroll down. Jules, Another Day in the Car, that she called the jail to see if he was still in there. Hey, Butterfly Dina. Hello,
but
everybody coming in.
I don't think there's something wrong with that, though.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying they're not, it doesn't seem like they're going after Jules. They're not going after Tombstones. The one that this whole thing is about is JLR. They are going hard for JLR.
But why would they put up Matt and
Matt, yeah.
and Jules on there? They shouldn't.
Well, they put up Matt because they said that Matt gave out Barry's mother's address. But as you can see here,
it's in public. It's in public. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
The address
I do.
is in public.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what the point I'm trying to make. They mention Matt in 2 paragraphs here, two bullet points. Okay. They mention Jules in a couple bullet points, 2 bullet points. The rest of the 13 pages is all regarding JLR. They are going hard for JLR. And I feel with these things that he has said could be taken as threats, enticing violence. Lord knows what else they'll come up with. And being that they are telling the judge, look at Judge, he's got 3,600 cases that he's been in. He's suing Ghostbusters. He's suing the swine flu. He's suing Beavis and Butthead.
He's obviously not very stable, like, in fairness.
Right. And then they read all the record of all, like, a lot of his wrongdoings. All these wrongdoings, there's like 10 just in one state alone. Like, they're going hard for JLR. I will not be surprised, and this is just my intuitive, I feel like they're going to be bringing charges against JLR, and it's not going to be just for contempt.
This is Iris Eaton tactics. I tell you now. This is a lot of this is Iris Eaton. Same tactics.
Well, Iris wanted it completely.
They wanted to shut down Kurt because we were saying what we put out. We were putting stuff
right,
out
but
there.
you guys weren't threatening the judge.
No, but you
guys weren't breaching the court order.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This all here is you're threatening the judge. You're threatening to take out Barry, hunting him down. You're threatening his lawyers. You're threatening the courts. And you're in contempt for and saying that you don't care. You're going to continue live streaming it. You know what I mean? So, that's why I think they put all his record in here where he doesn't follow the rules, the wire frauds, the lying, the deceit, and all this stuff. But what I also seen in here is they're not trying, like Iris Eaton wanted it all shut down. No more visuals, no more people being able to see it on WebEx, nothing. Whereas this defense team is saying, look instead of doing it the way you are through the courts portal, let's do it through WebEx. So they're not asking for it to be totally shut down from what I just read. I hadn't read through this whole thing yet. But what is the judge going to do once she reads this?
Well, this is the shock and awe. This is what they done with yourself and Kurt that time.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pack of lies, and
yeah, but this isn't a lie. That's the difference, Martin. This time it's true.
Yeah, on behalf of JLR, probably, but I wouldn't say Matt, and I wouldn't say
Matt, not Matt and Jules. They didn't do anything wrong. But this, they've got the dumbass JLR. He showed this on his live warning: do not record or reproduce. It's right here, the warning. This is from his live stream.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is from his live stream.
But
this is from his. You see him right here. There's JLR.
He's a serial offender.
Mm-hmm.
So, he should have been dealt with in the past. This shouldn't happen.
I have a funny feeling because of some of these things that he said during this court hearing about the judge and stuff like that. I think that it is going to, for them to pay this much. They didn't even do this to me and Kurt. 13 pages on just JLR.
But if you remember what happened, the transcripts that Kurt asked for,
I have
were
them.
not
I have the transcript.
were not correct. Do
No,
you know what I
they're
mean?
not. I have the transcript
Yeah,
of what was said. I also
yeah,
have the transcript of when the court was closed and Kurt was in there discussing with the judge.
yeah.
Barry Morphew, Barry was in there. His attorneys were in there. The prosecution was in there. The court
Yeah.
staff and the judge. Everybody in the gallery had to leave. But I've got those transcripts too.
But we know that they were incorrect.
Right.
So if the court can't be trusted, do you know what I mean? You know, this is the problem.
Right,
You
but
know,
this here can be proved to be correct. Whereas what they tried to accuse me and Kurt of doing, they have no proof that we did it because we didn't do it. We didn't do what they said we were doing.
yeah.
Whereas here they can prove that JLR did it, and then he even says that he's going to continue to do it. Regardless of what the court says, he's going to continue. But let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's stop sharing this one. I've got let me go back here because there's some more filings here. Appearance bond. Okay, so here we go. I have not seen this yet. I just seen that there was court filings. So I decided that I would bring them up. I have not seen this document yet, so we're all going to see it for the first time. Whoops, let me a little bit less. There we go. Okay, so this is appearance bond. So Alamosa County, Independence Way, State of Colorado, Barry Morphew, appearance bond type, bail bond agent. Okay, so they had to pay a bail bond agent $300,000 to post the 3 million bond.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if he takes off, this bail bond guy is going for him. So a bond posted for the defendant, Barry Lee Morphew, date of birth, they should have blocked that out. So the party as principal, Richard Jordao, as surety acknowledges that we are jointly and severally bound to the people of the state of Colorado in the penal sum of $3 million. If there is a default upon the primary condition of this bond, the bail agent charged a premium in the amount of to be discussed. What? What's this? Right here.
I suppose he'll have costs if Barry does a runner like that.
Yeah, but
That
shouldn't it?
300K is that's their fee, like that's their
Okay.
fee. And then so if he does abscond or whatever like that, there's
Okay.
basically that there's probably some agreement there that or what he'd have to pay or what come out of
Okay, so
which would come out of freeze that assets, you know what I mean?
they still had to pay that 300,000.
Yeah, that's theirs now.
Yeah, that's their fee for bonding them out. Okay.
Yeah,
The primary
I
condition
understand.
of this bond is that the party shall personally appear in the court, Alamosa County. Okay, they get the address on November 3rd. Return date 1:30. And at each place upon each date to which the proceeding is transferred or continued until entry of an order or deferred prosecution or deferred judgment, plea of guilty, or whatever, until he's convicted or until the court case is over. I agree to a continuance of this bond through sentencing to answer charges of murder first degree after deliberation with intent. Okay, additional conditions. 1, the party should not commit a felony while at liberty on bail. Parties shall immediately notify the court of any change of mailing address or residence. This one too, if you have been arrested for a felony offense, you shall sign a written waiver of extradition indicating you waive all formal proceedings in the event that you are arrested in another state and you agree to be returned to Colorado. The party, which is Barry, acknowledges the existence of a mandatory protection order and shall comply with any required firearm relinquishment provisions. Okay, so, it is here, right here. Because in another thing that I read, it didn't say anything about no alcohol. It said no illegal substances. But I remember the judge saying that if he did make bail, that he wasn't allowed to drink either. But I do see it on this paper here. So, defendant's name, Barry Morphew, case number, party may not leave the state, no weapons, no alcohol, no illegal drugs, GPS monitoring, pretrial supervision, RMS, and that's their, oh God, they should have blacked that out because people are going to be calling that now. Other, not to leave home except for medical emergency, doctor appointment, legal or work, GPS monthly report to court. So a monthly report. So if they submit their reports on the first of the month and he takes off mid-month, they're not going to know until the first of the next month. By the sounds of that. Report to court, surrender passport, use only name Barry Morphew, only drive vehicles registered to that name. If the party fails to comply with any of the conditions of this bond, the court may revoke the party's release on bail, increase the amount of bail, or modify bail conditions. This bond will be forfeited if the party does not appear in court as required by the preliminary bond conditions. No illegal drugs. This condition does not apply to the use of medical marijuana for patients who possess a valid registry ID card number. So there's Barry's signature, you guys. Wow.
No, there's the address. There's the address.
There's the address that he's going to be at.
No, that's the address. That's his address in Indiana. The one, the property we're talking about earlier on.
Okay, but how can he put that address if that's not where he's living?
It's just a mailing address, you know. So I don't know. I presume there should have been in. See, Barry does his own thing. Barry won't play by the rules, and I think this is good because he'll end up getting tossed back inside, and he loses bond. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because this should be where he's going to be residing.
Yeah.
Print name, bar. Cash surety. No, you're not supposed to print it there. You're supposed to print it down here. Barry Morphew.
He's
and
not,
the deputy clerk signed this, and like, what's this? This is in Arizona, you said?
No, Indiana.
Indiana?
This was the house
And-
Shirley was in.
And no telephone number.
Well, they put the telephone number up above, remember?
Where?
You highlighted it earlier. I remember seeing you highlight that somewhere.
No.
Go down again. Sorry, go down, maybe. I thought I seen the phone number there.
No, that's RMS. That's for the bail bondsman.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So he puts an address in Indiana and no phone number. Like, how does that happen? I know when I got bond, because I do bail hearings and everything, and they have to do their party signature, their address, and their phone number. But then again, that's in Canada. So I guess in the US, you can just put whatever you want. Or is this just a Barry thing?
I'd say it's a bit of a Barry. This is why I'm not really too pushed about this Barry out in bail, because remember what happened the last time? Like he had a show run down to the Puma Path and porch
Grab
pirate.
that,
You know?
yeah, porch pirate, grab that parcel.
Yeah, exactly. So and he went around like a free man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now he's under house arrest. The only time he can go out of the house is to visit a doctor or and it has to be legit, like. So
No. Not to leave home, right here. Not to leave home except for medical emergency, doctor appointment, legal, or work. He can go to work. Look at, I'm going to blow this up and put it so everybody can see it. Look at, whoops, I guess that's too big. There, right here. Or except medical emergency, doctor appointment, legal, or work. Right there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then it says GPS monthly report to court. So if he has to, if they send in his monthly report that shows where he's gone and everything else on the first of every month, if Barry takes off on the 16th of the month, they're not going to know until the first.
And he's going to be watched eating his breakfast. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
This guy,
I know,
we
but
can
I'm just
guarantee it,
saying that the
even
way
the
they,
bondsman is not going to take that risk. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
They'll have somebody sitting on outside
3 million.
his window.
Okay, so let's see what the other documents are. Hang on a sec. I don't know why that just, hang on. Okay. Let's see. Waiver. I don't know why I got to keep doing this.
But that is strange that the address,
Yeah.
and the fact that they didn't put down Indiana.
Yeah.
I just like
Like
that would ring
what's
an alarm
going on
bell.
here?
That's an alarm bell. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you could have a house in Colorado with the same address. You know what I mean?
Right.
But no,
Oh
that
my
I
Jesus.
know that house very well.
No, it just started storming here like you wouldn't believe. It just went like pitch black in my office here, and it's like, what the
Wow.
hell? I thought we lost power or something, but no, that's how dark it went. But anyway, yeah. So here's that waiver he had to sign. Waiver of extradition as a condition of bail bond. So I, Barry Morphew, have been arrested for a felony offense on 5/10/2020. As a condition of my bail bond, consent to the following. If I'm arrested in another state, I can be returned to Colorado through the extradition process. I will not resist or fight any effort by any state to return me to Colorado and waive all formal extradition proceedings. I understand I should not be admitted to bail in any other state pending extradition to Colorado, and I agree to waive any right I may have to contest my extradition and waive this right freely, voluntarily, intelligent. Now, I don't know if he can do that. Like, this is another thing, like I was saying in the Brian Koberger thing. He waived his right to appeal. He still, by his own rights, has a right to appeal if he so chooses. But, and this is the same thing, even though he has signed this waiver, he could still fight extradition if he so chooses. You can't waive your legal right that you are entitled to. You can say you're going to waive it. You can sign a paper like this saying you're waiving it, but it's not going to hold up in court if he decides he wants to fight extradition. I can guarantee you that.
He made a mistake there as well. He put the offense. It says on the 5th, the 10th of May. It's the 8th of May.
Huh?
The offense says on. That's the date. The offense was
Oh,
done
yeah.
on the 8th of May, not on the 10th.
Right.
Harry
Okay.
wants us all to believe it's the 10th, but it's not.
Okay, so this was the protection order. We heard this one in court, that he's not allowed to contact any of Suzanne's family or any of the witnesses. That's all this one is here. The next one, there was 4 that were just released. It says September 22nd, like just released. And I think I was the first one to grab these. So, okay, motion to change attorney status.
Right.
This is 2 pages. So, motion to change attorney status designation. David Beller of Reek and Cornfield, Jane Fisher Browson of Fisher and Browson on behalf of Barry Morphew, and moves to change their status designation from alternate defense counsel to privately retained
Mm-hmm.
counsel.
Yeah.
Privately retained. Do you know what that means, you guys? That
It means money.
means
He's paying
that
them.
his daughters, because, and this is another thing. It pissed me off in court when the prosecution didn't bring up certain things that Barry had lied about.
Yeah.
Barry, in that hearing, said he was indigent. Now, all of a sudden,
He's
these
got money. Yeah.
lawyers are privately retained.
Yeah.
I told you this was going to happen. It's his daughters have got all that money hidden away, and they're paying his lawyer. That's where
You
that
know
money
what?
is coming from.
They're going to end up broke.
Right. On today's date, supporters of Mr. Morphew posted bond on his behalf. On today's supporters of Mr. Morphew, his daughters, posted bond on his behalf. As such, Mr. Morphew will exhaust all resources and pay for his representation moving forward. Should his status change in the future, Mr. Morphew will comply with the requirements of Chief Justice Directive. Respectfully submitted this 19th day. You notice how he didn't retain them until he was released on bail? Look it. And this is what he probably said to them. Look it, you guys got to represent me. If you want to get full pay, because when you are ordered by the courts as duty counsel to represent somebody because they're indigent, if you make $7.50 an hour, if somebody's paying you and you make $7.50 an hour as an attorney, if you are ordered by the court and you are acting as duty counsel, is how they say it here, you don't even get half of that. So instead of making $7.50 an hour, you're making like $2.50.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm thinking. You get me out on bail, and I will retain you, and you'll get your $7.50. I don't know what they charge. I'm just using a hypothetical. I don't know what they charge an hour. But if you want your full pay per hour, get my ass out. Right?
I hope the prosecution look into
because this was only done
where
once
the
he
money
was
came from.
released. He was released on the 19th. On the 19th, all of a sudden, he retains them with cash.
Yeah.
No, his attorneys never said that somebody else said this in my comment section too. Those attorneys never said that they were going to represent him for no charge. What was said is he wasn't going to be charged for them representing him because they were acting as duty counsel. He was indigent, so he wouldn't be charged for them. But they were going to be paid by the state.
See, they're looking for a name for themselves, whether he wins or lose.
Absolutely.
They want, it's a big profile case, and you know what I mean? And he knows that too. So
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I think that there is a master plan here in the works, whether it be him disappearing or taking himself out. One of those two are going to happen. I'm going to say it right here so it's on record. My intuition is telling me one of two things is going to happen. He knows right now his goose is cooked. They found Suzanne. He knows he's done. He knows it. He's going to either take himself out or he's going to disappear. One of the two is going to happen. I'm going to put it on the record.
I don't think he'll take himself out. I think he's talked about it too many times to Suzanne and whatever. You know,
that's different though. That's different. That he had a different reasoning for doing it at that point because he felt that he could scare her into staying with him by saying, if I lose you, I'm going to take myself out. Yeah. He thought he could scare her into staying with him. This is a totally different scenario. He knows he's going for the rest of his life, and he's probably looking at his daughters now that he can have private conversations with them saying, look at girls, you're losing me either way.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail the rest of my life, and I can't do that. He will never survive in jail. Like, and I'm not saying people are going to attack him and shit. Barry can't live in jail. It's not his standard. He will never be able to adapt. Okay? He's what? How old is he now? His late 50s?
He's 50. He was 53, wasn't he, at the time? And 5 is 58.
Well, when was his birthday?
In March. March.
Hang 3rd, on. His birthday is here. It's in here. His birthday, 67. So he's 59. He'll be 59. Oh, his birthday just passed too. October 17th.
October 17th. No.
Oh, his birthday's coming. Sorry, his birthday's coming. He wanted to be out for his birthday. I really do. I
said March 17th. March 17th is Paddy's Day.
Oh, excuse me. But I'm going to say it. he's going to do one of two things. He's going to either disappear or he's going to take himself out. Before, like I said, he had every reason to do that with Suzanne. He was just messing around, trying to scare her into staying with him. But this time, he knows he's done. He knows he can't live the rest of his life in jail. It's not going to suit his purpose. He's not going to be able to adapt to jail life. It ain't him. So it's going to be one of two things. Is he going to take off or is he going to off himself? If he takes off, he runs the risk of his daughters at some point trying to contact him and then them getting him again. The hunt's going to be on for him. Where's he going to go that, doesn't extradite? Where can he get to that doesn't extradite without a passport? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's the other alternative? Is taking himself out. Look at girls, spend as much time as you can with me right now because this is what's got to happen. You guys will be well taken care of. There ain't going to be all kinds of lawyers' bills. Like my lawyers have gotten me out to spend this little bit of the rest of my life with you, and this is how much time we got. That's what I think is happening right now. If you want that's what I'm getting.
You could be right, but no.
I'm gonna do a read tomorrow on this, you guys. So make sure you're subscribed in that, hit that notification bell. I'm gonna do a read on it, and you guys can help ask the questions. I'll do it live, and see what comes out. Because right now I'm getting this is what he's doing. He's spending a little bit of time with his kids. He's not going to want to spend that money on a lawyer because it's going to take every cent that he has. His daughters will be left with nothing. He's not going to do that.
That's what I was going to say. Once you're in that position, the money's gone. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that he's just got himself out. He's just got himself out so he can spend some good quality time with his daughters before this has to happen.
Maybe
that's what I think is going to
happen. I can't see him doing a runner because if he's doing everything he can possibly do, well, he could possibly. You know what I mean? Because there's planes go in and out and people move. You know what I mean? So that's not possible, but highly unlikely. But it's not possible. But
I mean, it could be possible that they could hide him out in the mountains somewhere, never to be seen again. But how likely is that? Because anybody that's close to him would be watched like a hawk. Are they getting things ready? They could be. Hey, here's a conspiracy. They could be getting one of those caves up in the mountains ready for him to live in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or somewhere warmer. In a cave somewhere that he can live in, and they're stockpiling it with food and everything that he's going to need. You know what I mean? Until, for a year or two, until things, you can bebop around in the woods and stuff, but that's about as far as you can go. Like how many places are there in the US where they've got wooded areas that you could get lost in, never to be found until they find your bones? You know what I mean?
The thing is that who's going to help somebody in that situation?
Well, we know of one person that would help him do that.
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure anyone would help. Because,
you don't think his good old boy wouldn't help him get that arranged?
I don't know. It's a big ask because for just that one act.
Yeah. He could be going to jail too. Yeah.
For the rest of your life, you would be going to jail. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
He could be doing it himself. I'm going to work. He's allowed to go to work.
That's weird. Yeah.
What the F? That. Yeah, it's right on there. He can go to work.
Yeah, and what are you doing getting on the plane? Oh, I'm a pilot.
I'm a pilot. Yeah, my name is Lee Moore, and I'm a pilot now.
Yeah. No, he has to use his correct name, but
or work. Like he could be saying he's going anywhere to work.
Yeah. That is it's all crazy. You know what I mean?
It is. It's like this is crazy.
It's a crazy case. It's a crazy case.
Honestly. Like I can see for medical emergencies or doctor's appointments or legal, like to go to court or meet with your lawyer. But to go to work? Wait a minute. You are accused of first-degree murder. You're not charged with stealing Pampers at the local pharmacy. Look, I've seen people charged with less offenses let out on GPS monitoring that it's doctor's appointments or legal. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I actually I thought that it was basically house arrest, and he could only go for medical and to and from court,
Nope.
and
Or work.
work. You say like
I don't get it. Like, this is ridiculous. I don't get it.
like I don't know. That's crazy. There has to be
And
conditions in that.
it's right on the bond.
I know,
No,
but it has to be some type of conditions because,
there's no
as you
condition.
said,
It would have to be here.
yeah, I'm
It
working
would
on the
have to be
border.
not to leave home except medical emergency. You guys aren't going to be able to see it all, but I got to blow it up so I can read it all. Not to leave home except medical emergency, doctor's appointment, legal or work, GPS monthly report, to court, surrender passport, use only name Barry Morphew, only drive vehicles registered in that name. So he can't even drive a vehicle registered to his daughter. He has to, if he's driving, he has to drive a vehicle registered only in Barry Morphew's name.
And you see, this is where I was saying earlier on. I can see him, um, just not playing by the rules, you know.
Well, he's not
And
going to.
I'm hoping that they're just going to be sitting there waiting
Look
for him
at
to step out of line.
mailing
Yeah,
address.
but that probably
Indiana.
is, but that probably is his mailing address. So
But the 5539 Buck Drive was the place that him and his mom owned together. They were both on the title. And then they
yeah,
signed it over to
Mallory.
Mallory.
Yeah, that's right.
Mallory, in turn, was, I don't know where I read that, was to sell the Indiana property and buy a property. I think, was it the Florida property or Arizona property? One of the two. Because I know she was selling her condo in Gunnison too.
I think she did sell that
Yeah, I think
property in
it's
Gunnison,
gone.
and no, I think she bought another one there.
She might have, because from what I heard is Barry's mom and Macy are living in a condo together.
Hmm. So I wonder, are they? Is that where they? Because that's that far from Alamosa. You know, that's only about an hour's drive. You know?
Hmm. So it's like, wait a minute. Like, what the hell is going on here? Like, this is supposed to be the address where you are supposed to be staying. And he's not allowed to leave. Where is it?
You know, it doesn't say. It says mailing address. It doesn't say where he's.
Okay,
You
wait
see,
a
your
minute.
mailing address could be separate to your.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Where does it? Wait a minute. Okay, it's right here. Because, okay, I get it now. If you have been arrested for a felony offense, you're to sign a written waiver, extradition included. Waive all formal proceedings in the event you are arrested in another state. Like, okay, well, that is, it was like, what? Wait a minute. Whoa. He's not supposed to leave the state.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking to myself, where is it? Because the judge said that he's not allowed to leave Colorado. And is that in here? And it is. Party may not leave the state. It's right there. So, see, the no driving is not selected.
Mm-hmm.
Random BAs, random UAs, daily BAs, GPS monitoring, substance abuse monitoring is not checked. Electronic substance abuse monitoring is not checked. Electronic home monitoring is not selected.
Well, I
GPS
suppose
monitoring is, but electronic home monitoring, look at right here, is
yeah, but I
not
suppose,
selected.
but if he's allowed to leave to go to work, you know.
Yeah, but they should also have something at the home letting them know when he leaves and when he comes back.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
he
he's
can
wearing them
say,
on there. He's
somebody
wearing
calls him and
GPS.
says, okay, you got a GPS on and you're not at home. Where are you? Oh, I'm at work. Oh, okay. where is having to prove it? You know what I mean? See in here too, party shall immediately notify the court. Butterfly Dina just said, party shall immediately notify the court of any change of mailing address or residence. And he's put his residence and mailing address as 5539 Buck Drive. That's in Indiana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like this should have been his address in Colorado. So like this is so full of error. It's like it's going to be a circus like it was the last time. I see it coming.
Yeah, I know. I don't think that mailing address, the fact that it says mailing address, like my daughter, she uses here and she's not
Yeah,
living
but
here. I mean,
that's okay. She's not out on bond,
hopefully not.
right? But no, when you're out on bond, this is supposed to be the address, and this is how it is here. When you signed your conditions here, because this is what he's doing, he's agreeing to these conditions. That's why he's signing this, okay? The party signature. You are supposed to put where you're, especially when you're on GPS tracking and you are told you have to live in Colorado. That should be your address and your phone number. There's not even a phone number. There's not even a phone number. Okay,
Actually,
well, you know, the GPS is showing that you're in Arizona. They can't even call them. Hey, Barry, where the hell are you? Because you're not in Colorado. They can't even call him because there's no phone number. Like this is filed with the court. The court should be able to get a hold of him at this address where he's supposed to be staying. That's a condition of his release. He stays in Colorado. And phone number. You're on GPS monitoring.
yeah.
We should be able to call you at 11 p.m. and say, okay, Barry, where are you? Because doctors are closed, courts are closed, lawyers are closed, and you shouldn't be working 11 o'clock at night. Where are you? Oh, you're at the bar? Oh, you're not supposed to be drinking, Barry. You know
But you
what I
see,
mean?
the only thing I'd say is if his phone number was there, he'd be getting prank phone calls and all that sort
Well,
of stuff. You know what I
that's
mean?
why I said I'm surprised they put the bail bondsman's number right there.
Hmm.
The 719 number, that's bail bonds number. RMS, that's the bail bonds.
Yeah, and if they put his address down, you know, you would have people camping outside watching him.
They got the bail bonds post office box. They don't even put their address, just a post office box. And their a telephone number here too is 303-423. So what's this? RMS.
No, they have the address there. Look, Beaver, Colorado, 80227.
Because the bail bonds phone number is 303-423-3000. That's what it says down here. Bonding agent signature, Richard Jordan, or bonding commissioner judge, post office box 27241, Denver, Colorado.
Oh, it's in Denver.
303. Yeah, it's in Denver.
All right.
And they got a 303 number, but then up here, pretrial supervision contact information is RMS, and there's a 719 number. Is that the GPS monitoring people?
Don't know. I don't know.
Somebody in the US, Google that. What is RMS? What's that phone number? Somebody look that up.
Lay down over that one. Good girl. Lay down. Good girl.
Good girl. I can hear you panting.
She's up. You pester me now.
I thought you were getting all excited over there reading this. I could hear the panting. Come on, it's not the dog. Come on.
And
Be honest, Martin. Is it you panting?
I'm gonna have to put her out because she's going crazy now. Everyone else is trotted off to bed. You see, left her.
It's not loud. I'm just picking on you.
No,
I'm trying to get everybody in chat to believe it's actually you panting and not the dog.
If I start handing down, we're trouble.
Oh shit. Okay, if Barry is deceased, will bail bonds people get their money back? Well, if Barry ends up deceased, the bail bondsmen's they've got their 300,000 and they don't got to worry about losing the 3 million because
Yeah.
the court case is now null and void.
Yeah,
The
for
court
sure.
case won't continue. He'll never be found guilty because it never got to trial. That's another thing. He's going to choose the way he goes out. This is just my opinion, you guys.
You could be
He
right.
is going to go out and like, no, you're never going to say you're guilty. And I'm going to make sure of it. And if that is the case, that he ends up deceased, receivable management services, Luby Lou says. What the hell is that? Do they say what they are? Is receivable management services? I would think that was the bonds people.
It's receivers. Yeah, sounds like.
Or it could be the people who track. Like I know somebody here around where I live, and she's just a normal person like me and you, and she has a contract that she has a little get up in the corner of her house. It's on a desk, and she monitors everybody's GPS through that system. And she's just a normal person like me and you. She's retired.
Yeah.
Well, not like you. You're not retired yet, but you know, somebody like myself that's retired and wants to earn some extra money on the side, monitor. I could do that if I wanted to. And it's like, no, I've had enough of dealing with criminals. I could sit here and monitor people's GPSs and they, you know, the button goes off, the alarm goes off because this monitor is outside of where they're supposed to be. And I call it in. You know what I mean?
Didn't
recovery.
Mallory's boyfriend or something was wasn't he working for the monitoring system?
I don't know.
You know that when he was wearing the ankle monitor in Puma Pat.
I don't know. Maybe he did something to it that it couldn't be traced.
No, it's just the signal up there was just terrible. Do you know what I mean? There's just
Butterfly Dana says no, recovery monitoring solutions. Okay, so that's the GPS monitoring people. So that's the number you call if you want. Okay, we want to know where he is. They call that number and they go on their little machine there and they find out where his monitor is saying that he is.
Maybe we give them a call.
Yeah. No. Oh my God. Don't do Jules. Don't do it. If you are listening, please do not call this system. Nobody call this number, please.
No, she won't do that.
Jules. I didn't think that she would do what they said she did. Call it. Like, did she actually?
No, you can do that. But you're allowed to do that.
Well, you're allowed, yes, but
yeah. And it's not harassment, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, if you call in once and say, okay, look I just read, or somebody just told me like that he's been released. Has he been? If you call once, like I can see it. But I hope she, like the way they were saying it is almost like she was calling on a daily.
Yeah.
That could be harassment. That could be stalking. I don't know. I don't know. Like the U.S. I'm being stalked in jail. But no, like you don't want to do things that are going to add to a system that's already against us.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean? Rocky Mountain. Okay, so it's Rocky Mountain Offender Management. Okay, here we go. Another tongue twister. Rocky Mountain Offender Management Systems in Pueblo, Colorado.
All right. Okay.
Thank you, Strawberry Wine. Strawberry Wine, I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful unspoken butterfly. There she is. Look at that picture, Merton. She is just beautiful. Every time I see it, it's like she reminds me of Barbie. Like she's got that face, that Barbie doll face.
Barbie.
She's
Yeah.
just beautiful. She's beautiful. I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. Okay, Beach Bum. Yeah, a week later. Let me see who else is saying. I haven't seen chat, you guys. The court allegedly won't know for days that he hasn't been where he is supposed to be. The ankle monitor. Willow's behind the screen. Don't think she can read chat. I can if I look over at it, but when I'm reading the documents, I'm not looking at my screen. So,
Well, I've been zoomed in, so I've been on full screen. So really, because I broke my glasses and I'm just wearing ordinary reading glasses, and they're not as good. So
yeah, I tend to just blow them up, but when I'm full screen, I blow it up so everybody can see it. But with us on the screen, it's harder to do that. I do not consent or authorize the court to apply the cash bond deposit in this case towards any amount owed by me. Huh? Oh, that's use of cash bond. I do not consent or authorize the court to apply the cash bond deposited in this case towards any amount owed by me. So, like if he owed, like say he put the 3 million up, and then he owed court costs or whatever, he's not authorizing them to take it out of the 3 million bond if he would have posted cash bond. Power of attorney number. Oh, I see. Okay, that's for the bails bondsmans. Okay, so let's see if there was anything else in here that was we've seen all this, the victim impacts day. We've seen I read that in the last one of the last lives that I did, that her brother wrote the impact statement and then it was kind of read out in court. The protection order we already know of. This is what the judge ordered, and she said she wasn't going to order the protection against the daughters. Shall not harass, molest, intimidate, retaliate against, or tamper with any witness or victim of the acts you are charged with committing. Shall not possess or control a firearm. Shall not possess or consume alcoholic beverages or controlled substances. So that's the protection order that was done on the 2nd. And they didn't list like her family members and stuff. They just said not to molest, harass, intimidate, retaliate, or tamper with any witness or victim of the acts you are charged with committing. So yeah, they would need more paper than just these here for her family members. But I know her brother is not happy at all about a lot of things that have already started happening in this case. And we don't even see a lot of the stuff that's being filed, like motions and stuff like that they are probably filing behind the scenes. We're not seeing them.
Wow.
We're not seeing them at all. Like these here, a lot of this up here is order limiting pretrial custody. There's the indictment. Expanded media coverage. Media. A lot of this is media. The defense saying preserve and produce all evidence. Waivers. These two are pretty important. The defense motion to require notice and consent prior to any contact with the defendant. But most of this is all media coverage. All of this is about the media coverage from here all the way down to here. And then the witness list, we already went through that. Motion for authorization to wear civilian clothing, the victim impact statement, we went over all these. Yeah, he's allowed to wear his street clothes.
Yeah, I know. I see that, but I'd say the motions have to be there. Do you know what I mean?
They're not. There's nothing there. There's no motions. The only motions are like the public access to be able to view and everything. The motion to limit public access, to motion to reduce bond. So things are being filed under seal. And they're not even saying filed under seal, filed under seal. They're not.
So
Is there anything under seal? We don't know, Beach Bum. We don't know because nothing is being listed here. Like the things that are being listed are things that we already knew, except for him now paying his attorneys as of the day that he made bond. He not only put the daughters, I believe, put up the 300,000, and he's now paying for his attorneys, all on the day that he's released on bond. So they put up 300,000 for the bond, and they've come up with a hefty retainer for these lawyers. Like I'm thinking, and I'm not thinking like $5,000-$10,000. I'm thinking more in the lines of 150 to 200,000 that he's going to have to put just as a retainer.
Yeah.
So you're looking at $500,000. Where did he come up with that money? And like I said, that's why I said the place in Indiana that Barry and Suzanne owned is sold. And the other residence is sold. He came up with the 1.6 million that he got for Puma Path. He got the money for Longhorn, the property in Longhorn that he sold. But don't forget, he's also been out for a couple of years. And he was living in a trailer park, in a trailer park.
He had a property, I believe, before Suzanne disappeared.
Yeah, but he sold it.
No, the place in Cave Creek.
Cave Creek.
Arizona. I came across something when I was looking up. This is a long, long time ago now. I'm talking probably 4.5 years ago. And there was contact with Barry with a property in Arizona. This was when I was just...
Yeah, but if he still had that property, Martin, he would have been living there instead of in a trailer at a trailer park.
No, I'm talking about that's the property.
He doesn't own that property, though. He doesn't own that trailer park.
It's under a management.
No. There was a big thing that came out. The owners of that trailer park came out and said, he does not own this trailer park. He rents a space with a trailer. We own this trailer park. He does not own it. They came out and they said it on one of the news channels.
It was very early on. I know about that. When he was arrested, basically, wasn't it?
Yeah, because everybody was going there thinking that he owned that trailer park. No, he doesn't own it. He was just renting a spot in that trailer park.
Somebody showed me a document where he
owned the trailer. He owned the trailer that was on the lot. He rented the lot, but he owned the trailer.
Or maybe it was the trailer.
He owned the trailer. The trailer was his.
Maybe he had that for a long while.
I don't know, but where did he have it before? You know what I mean? But I do know he does not own that trailer park. He owns the trailer. You just rent a lot there. So you can pull out your trailer and go on your merry way anytime you want. You're just renting the lot. You own your trailer, unless there was a trailer there that he was also renting that was already on a lot that maybe somebody didn't pay their, like I own my own trailer that I had at a year-round park. Right. So, but if you don't pay your lot fees, they give you 60 days. You don't pay, they own your trailer.
Right.
So unless there was a trailer that was there that was confiscated for non-payment and Barry was just renting the whole shoot and shebang from them. But from what I understood is he owned the trailer itself, but not the lot. He rented the lot. That one little piece of property that trailer sat on, he rented that spot. It's just like pulling into a campsite. You know what I mean? He rented that spot, but the trailer was his. He owned the trailer. And now I guess the trailer park owns the trailer unless the girls went and got his, because he had work trailers. He had 2 work trailers. I can go and get it. Hang on. let me get out of this. I'll show you. Okay.
Yeah, do.
I'll show you. Where is my?
Because he had the property in Tailwinds. He had the property in um, Longhorn. He had the family home in Indiana. Plus, he had another property in Indiana that was left to him, or there was some deal done. So many dodgy different
Okay.
dealings.
I got it right here. Oh shit! You guys can't see. Hang on. Here we go. Oops. Okay. Well, we're off the screen for a minute. Okay, so my system should not be like this. It should be running really good because I got a high-powered computer now. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay.
Yeah.
See, here it is here. This is the trailer park. Okay, so all these trailers here, these are all rented spaces. I believe that this one here, I don't think we can get in there. Yeah, can't get in there. But I believe this one here is Barry's. And it had 2 work trailers right here.
All right.
So
Yeah.
here's the trailer that he lived in, and here's the 2 work trailers. It's either this one here or where's that shop? Stop. Or this one over here. It was one of these 2. I believe it's this one over here. That was down here. Here's the entrance. It was either this one here, because they said it was right at the end and it had the work trailers there. And this is the only one that I see right at the end with the 2 work trailers in the driveway.
Yeah.
So he owned this trailer. He owns these 2 trailers, but he rented this spot. Like every one of these trailers are just renting the spot where their trailer is. But no, he doesn't own this trailer park. And they were actually freaking out because people were threatening to burn it down and everything.
Yeah.
And they're going, hey, whoa. He doesn't own this. He just rents this spot. It's his trailer. He owns the trailer, but he does not own the trailer park. He only rents this spot and puts his trailer that he owns there. So, like, if he pulls out his trailer, then somebody else can come and rent this spot. But I'm sure, because I seen pictures of it, and it's a really nice trailer. Like, that's probably like $160,000 trailer here in Canada anyway.
Wow.
It's a really nice. It's got 3 tip outs on it. There's one here, there's one here, and there's one here. It's really nice. So I'm sure his daughters, and you can tell like by the pointy fronts here, like these are 2 work trailers, and he would park somewhere here.
I think. See, he had one of those work trailers in Tailwinds. And I actually thought about it might have been a good place to hide a body and move a body. You get somebody to pick up your trailer and deliver it somewhere.
Yeah.
And unless somebody knows it's your trailer,
Beach Bum, he doesn't own any property in Arizona. He does not own any property in Arizona. The only thing he owns is this trailer right here. He rented this property. He rented this spot, not even the property. He rented this little spot. There's no other property in Arizona that he owned. And the other places that he owned, I don't know if I got them on here. Hang on. I don't know why my computer is running so slow.
It reminds me of mine because I have so much stuff on it on my Google.
Well, I just bought this one not long ago, and it's like a high-powered gaming computer. Like I paid like $2,500 for this thing, and it's supposed to be good, but I don't know. Probably I've done something to it. Lord only knows. No, I don't have the Indiana property or anything on here, but I know I have documents of it.
If you when you zoom right out on mine, that's the whole of America. It's just covered in pins.
Pegs everywhere.
Yeah, pegs everywhere. So
Yeah.
there's a big low of them around Indiana and Michigan, and
For Barry
yeah,
or
mainly all
for a whole bunch of different cases.
there's a few different cases, but they're on different files. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say.
Yeah,
I've got them under different files. So any
yeah.
pegs you see here are just on the Suzanne Morphew case.
Well,
But I've got other ones like the Brian Kohlberger. Oh my God, they're all over here. They're down here. They're over here. They're over here.
yeah,
I got them
I have
everywhere.
a few. Yeah, I have a few Brian Kohlberger, but I kind of went away from that, and it was kind of that JLR stuff that was going on, and the circus is what I call it, and
Yeah,
I had no interest, you know.
yeah.
Um,
Well, I'm anxious to see what the hell is gonna happen. Um,
I think he's in trouble. Yeah.
I think he's in big trouble.
Mm.
Now I did have on here, like, look at this. I got so many pins here. Here's the long horn over here, I believe.
Yeah.
That he sold. Yes, and he did. He sold it at a loss. He bought it, and then like
That's
a month and a half later, he sold it at a loss.
10,000 he lost on that.
Yep. New plot right here. It was right here.
Yeah.
He bought it and then sold it a month later at a loss. And I don't know why. Why do I got this here, Martin?
Show me. Zoom a little bit.
8425 Country Road 144.
Let's I have that on my map too. 1 second. I'll just have a quick look.
It's got to be something Kurt told me to put on there.
1 second.
Because it doesn't ring a bell. Or is that Show? No.
No. 1 second.
That's
I'll
not
find
Show.
it. 1 second. 1 second.
Show was behind the fire department, wasn't she?
What was the address? And it'll come up. Anyway.
8425 County Road 144.
All right. Suzanne. Okay.
Cemetery Gulch is right by there.
All right. 84. Is it?
25.
8425.
8425 County Road 144. I was saying country roads. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama.
County Road F144, is it?
Yeah.
144, yeah.
8425 County Road 144.
Yeah, I have it. 1 second.
And that's right down by the Arkansas River. It's down just below where Barry's new plot was in Longhorn. There's Longhorn, and it was right over here.
I have somebody in the property two doors to the right of it. Joe Pachito.
Oh, that could be it.
No,
because this to me is looking, because it's in yellow, that's something I haven't verified. So this got to be something Kurt told me to put on here to mark it for some reason. Hang on, let me see if I got a edit. Any description? No, not even a description, nothing. So I don't know why that is there. So it's got to be something Kurt told me to put there.
Wow. I don't actually have that on my map. So
it's something.
So it's 8425, yeah?
8425 County Road 144.
Wow.
And it's what is this called? Fran's number one reservoir
France. Oh
is
yeah,
right
that's the
above it.
yeah, that's the reservoir where was frozen when
Adventures
uh
with Purpose went.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
frozen. It was about 2 inches of ice on it. So but they thought that there was a good chance that she was in there.
Well, they
Rumors were
were gonna.
swinging around. Yeah.
Yeah, they were gonna check it anyway. But I don't know why he had me mark that.
If I zoom out a little bit, I've probably about 1,000, if not
Pins.
500, definitely. If pins just insulated, and then
Yeah,
as
I've
I
got
come out,
quite a bit. Oh yeah, here's where he was living after he got out of jail. He was
let's have a look
living
at it.
in this townhouse thing.
Oh, it tailwinds, yeah.
Yeah. Poncha Springs Lane.
Yeah.
And then he was arrested
Yeah,
right there when he left.
that's right. Yeah. Well,
Remember, he sold the
it
house
says,
and everything. He moved here and then he got arrested right there.
do you know, I often think that there's more to tailwinds about Suzanne, especially now that we know the body was moved because of his,
Well, I knew the body had been moved.
yeah, well, you would.
Yep,
In
I knew.
fairness,
I
yeah.
knew. He
Well,
didn't
if you
just
look,
take her and put her there. No, she was moved. And I think she was moved a couple of times.
well, that's what they say that, yeah.
And there's Anytime Fitness. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Like, there's movement on Friday, especially after he returns back. On Friday, he goes home to Puma Pat at um, about 25 minutes past 11. He gets into his truck and he disappears. And I know by the mileage where he's gone to Puma Pat. And
also, he
when
went from Tailwinds back to Puma Path.
he went to Puma Pat, he was sorry, he was working in Tailwinds, and then all the phone calls started um, on the Friday morning. So you've got all the stuff going on with Suzanne and her sister, and then there was Suzanne sent him the worst worst message that he'd ever got,
Yeah.
and they had the big argument, and then Suzanne rang, or Barry started ringing and texting Suzanne about 5 or 6 times in the space of about 3 minutes, and then she rang him, and they spoke for, I think it was 26 minutes. The call lasted, and that lasted just before 11 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 11 o'clock, Barry messaged Suzanne, "I love you, Suzanne." And 25 minutes after that, he left Tailwinds, and the mileage, so I was able to work out, would have brought him to Puma Path and back, and he was gone for an hour and a half, basically. So that's when he went and done the incapacitator,
Hmm.
100%.
Yeah. See, this
Now,
is the place that, the first place I got was that she was buried. Like he put her in this creek under. I explained how I thought he did this by stopping the water, putting her there, putting the dirt back over, let the water run. And Kurt had me mark.
down there, yeah,
Yeah,
near the bridge.
this is where Kurt.
Just see to the left of there now. Just see those stones on the left
Yeah, this
of the
area right
marker.
here.
Just the right. Go a bit further to the left. Small bit further to the left. Left. Yeah, that's those stones there on the bank is
This
where Kurt. No, you were right the first time, near your
right
marker
here.
there. Yeah, those stones on the bank. We looked at it, and then he had it. we checked from his drone footage, and then we also had a previous drone footage, or what's it, a Google map, and it was
No, he had. I think he had two different drones because he came down to this area too with Adventures with Purpose, and I know he's been to this area quite a few times with the drone, and something had changed here between the two drone footages that he had
yeah, those
right
stones.
here.
See those just beside that bridge, basically.
Yeah, right here. These
Yeah,
rocks.
those rocks exactly. And you can see that when you zoom in from the Google Maps and from his drone footage, it had altered.
This is too blurry, but yeah, on
Yeah,
his drone footage you can see it a lot better, but
yeah.
it had changed between his two drone footages, and they weren't that far apart, the drone footages.
There was also a drain mark there, a red post, like it was a drain marker. But he done fabulous. He flew the drone all the way up the river,
Hmm.
up basic past the house. Yeah.
See, this is, I wanted him to check this, and we never did get to it because there was something here too
I
that was
asked.
really odd. I forget what I seen it on. I don't know if I'd caught it on one of his drone footages.
Yeah.
And I said, "Did you see that?" He said, "Where?" I said, "You know the trail that you're telling me about for the four-wheeler, right?" I said, "You remember the trail up behind his house?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "You didn't see that spot?" And in his one of his drone footages, I seen that spot and I marked it. So that's why I marked it on here so I could show him right behind the house. This spot right here, there was something about it. And I
Yeah.
wanted him to go and drone it again, but he couldn't get near there because of the guys with the guns.
Well, there's a pipe that comes down there from Cruises, right? Comes right down along that line there.
Yeah,
That
yeah, but
was
it
a
wasn't
pipe.
that. It was more up on the bank, like up here.
Yeah, but what was it? A structure?
No.
All right, because along that area there's little structures,
Oh,
small little,
yeah, right here. You can see them
yeah,
here.
little
But no, it wasn't
brick
those. It was
doors.
something else. And it looked like it had been freshly, like it didn't, the area didn't look like the rest of the foliage.
Okay.
It looked like it had been turned or something.
And if you go back towards the house there, you see the shed, the little shack. Actually it was a vehicle. It was like a small little trailer.
This here?
Closer, closer. It's just up.
Here?
Yeah, roughly there. If you can zoom in a bit there, you'd see it.
Oh, right there.
A white building, or
Yeah.
a white. It was as you said, like those work trailers,
Mm-hmm.
and but it was smashed down when we seen it. But when he drove the drone in there,
Yeah, it's right
but
there.
that's where that area there is where he was on
Mm-hmm.
3 different times. He was using when Suzanne went to Gunnison. Barry was working there with his bobcat right in there
Yeah,
when she was away. Isn't that very odd now?
I know.
Do you know, when the cat's away, the mouse will play.
Mm-hmm.
And then he disappeared that night. He never came back. He packed up and he went away. And Suzanne was ringing him, and then they had a big argument on the Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what she said. I don't care where you are or what you've been doing. Blah blah blah. But yeah, it was. This has been. Huh, this has been a case, man.
It's funny when I look at yours there. It just brings me back to, as I said, when I look at mine now, like you just can't even see the ground nearly for the amount of pins and things. It's just so many. Just in this area alone here now, we look at there's probably about 100 different pins.
Like, I don't know
Of
why. Oh, you know what? I've got it marked. Wait, yeah, there's where the bike was found.
it's the correction mark, isn't it? The correction. See
This
with the
is where the
correction?
bike.
Yeah, there. That's where that was. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then that's the car, but it
and
parked
this
up
is
on.
yeah when the other YouTuber there seen him coming up out of the creek or
Oh
something,
yeah, yeah.
all wet. He
Tyson.
was
Yeah.
parked up here, and he said, "Oh, I didn't realize that was Barry's truck beside me, and I seen him coming up the hill all wet."
Mm.
That's where he
So
was parked.
when Barry came back from Broomfield. You see him in the video. He pulls in there right beside where the bike was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Parks the truck right where the bike was.
Yeah.
And then he moves down further to the 226, which is just a little bit further down the road on the same where the bike mark is.
Yeah.
If you zoom in there a little bit more, just see that little straight ahead. Instead of going around the bend, you go straight up. He parked there on the right hand side. Yeah, just there.
Yeah.
He parked just there, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't until he parked up there is when his telematics came on. So he had been at the scene for about 15 minutes before he actually put the telematics on his truck.
Weird, eh?
And he probably then tossed whatever he had, mechanism, whatever he was using, just out the window there,
Out the window there, yeah.
into the shrubbery. Because you have to remember that night they took his truck up onto the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
They dropped it down to the forensic building.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to close this out because if I don't, we can be at this for hours.
Oh, I know. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy. Huh. So yeah, so you guys, we're going to have to wait and see what I feel. We're going to have another hearing before November 3rd now, being that these motions have been filed. And I'm kind of worried. I'm worried that we are going to lose access. Even though the defense and prosecution said that they think that we should just be able to, see it on WebEx where we've got to sign in and stuff. I think that the judge may go a step further because of the threats that were in there. That's what I think is going to happen. I think the judge is going to say, you know what? He's enticing violence, like Bear, let's hunt him down. The things that he said about the daughters, and then the thing the judge should be scared or hide to, or whatever he said about the judge. I can see the judge saying, oh yeah, no more. Nobody's seeing nothing anymore because of those. And if I was the judge, I'd take that as a threat.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the comments here. Beach Bum is saying about the trailer. Barry had a friend of his that you might see it. He was on the phone communication, the log, and he lived in near St. Louis, and his business was producing these trailers.
Well, this is the one you're talking about.
1 second now.
Haven't thought of using. Can't you put comments up on the screen?
Me?
Yeah.
1 second now. I'm in there. 1 second now. Comments up on the screen. What I'm doing,
You just click on the comment and it should come up show.
Okay.
Just hover your mouse over a comment and see if a little eye comes up and it says show. If it does, you can click on it and it'll come up like that.
So why is it not coming up here now?
Okay, you might not. Hang on, let me see.
Oh, it's scrolling now. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't scrolling.
You should be able to put comments on the screen too.
This is why I don't do this.
Yeah, see? Beach Bum says, yeah, he should be in trouble. This is real grown-up stuff. It is. And it's like I said, some of the things that were said in that, it could be taken as serious threats, especially when you start saying the judge should be, let me see the exact wording. I don't want to say it wrong because somebody will jump all over me. Where is it? Here it is here. Where he says, judge should need to hide herself too. Looks like will something be going on a bear hunt, everyone. And then he says that about Barry, like, we're going to hunt. Come on, everybody, let's go hunt him down. And then the other comment, Barry is an animal and this judge is a fool. Judge should need to hide herself.
Now,
Like,
were these said during the live stream?
this is what he said to his subscribers as while the motion was being heard, while he was streaming the live stream of the
Wow.
court.
Oh, he's just crazy, that guy.
Yeah. His attorneys, his attorney said, since he lost his wife, not since he lost his wife, went missing with another man, like they said, he should have no bond. His attorney should be arrested for accessory after the crime and fired. Like, there's a lot of stuff that he said that they're saying, and they're going to have a copy of this. They've downloaded his live stream, and they're going to be able to prove all these things that they've put in there. Like, they're not stupid. They're going to be able to prove that he said all these things during his live when he was live streaming the court proceeding. And, like, a JLR pledged to continue, and they give timestamps at 1 hour and 3 minutes and 35 seconds. JLR pledged to continue live broadcasting all the way through the trial. JLR Investigates his Jonathan Riches, and that's when they start bringing up all his record that I didn't even know all about this. It's like, stuff, holy shit. And then on Twitter, he's saying, even on Twitter, Barry's daughters know he murdered Suzanne. They are covering for him. This trio of evil. Like, these can all be taken as threatening, harassing, stalking. I don't know what they're going to use for this, but they, mark my words, they have this stuff downloaded, and they've got screen captures of it. They've even got the screen capture here. Oh, let me show. I'm an idiot.
But you see, they would have people checking this stuff up.
See, well, yeah, and that's how they got these screen grabs. And this is also of JLR's live stream, where he's trying to get into the live stream, and the warning is right here: do not record or reproduce this. It's right here. Yeah. And then on the next page, before you get in, it says it in big bold letters: no live streaming, no nothing. But they've got him. Look at, there he is. Like, you can't say, there you are, JLR.
He's an idiot.
And there's the court. Here, this is during, like, his lawyer is up speaking. Yeah. Like, they're showing Andrew, Melinda.
I know, yeah. It's disrespectful.
So, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do to him, but I can guarantee you they didn't put 13 pages of evidence against JLR in here. Out of 14 pages, 13 pages is all about JLR and all the crimes he's committed and what he's done and all his bad acts, what he did streaming. That's a contempt of court. But then they're going to say, look at, there's the warning. And these are all the things that he said to his subscribers during the live stream. And here's the judge would need to hide herself too. Looks like there's going to be going on a bear hunt, everyone. Like, he's a monster. Victims' daughters, he did name them, are just showing disgraceful behavior. And this is all like curse words or sexual explicit stuff or whatever. Something insinuous. They're going to say about Barry and the daughter's relationships. It's sick. Like, there's going to be backlash from this. And like I said, if it was just like, okay, look at, he streamed it, it's a contempt of court. But to spend 13 pages of emotion, and all those 13 pages are all about JLR. This is the guy we're talking about, Your Honor. This is who we want to go after. And they're good. I guarantee you they're going to go after him. I guarantee you.
I'm surprised they haven't, YouTube haven't struck him, to be honest.
I don't know what YouTube could do.
Well, if you're doing something illegal, 100%. You know, if you're doing something illegal on your show.
But I mean, there, like I said, when I say, hey, JLR, buddy, we're not allowed to do, he blocked me from commenting. And then it's like, and then you see like, there had to have been at least 30, 40 other people saying, JLR, you're not allowed to stream. You're not, they all got blocked
Wow.
from commenting. So it's like, he knew what he was doing. And he said to his subscribers, I'm going to continue to do it.
Well,
So it's like,
if he's allowed to do it, you see, that's the problem. If you're gonna,
you can't even, nobody out here now can even stick up for him because of what he said. You know what I mean? And it's like, buddy, you're gonna destroy yourself. Huh. Like he just finally got a
he's
good
probably making a lot of
sized
money.
channel.
He's probably making an awful lot of money out of it.
Well, that's why he did it, because there's two of them that live streamed it. And the other one, I believe, is Tom Songs.
What?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see that?
No.
Hang on.
Oh my God.
Hang on. Hang on. Let me pull it back up here. Where? Oh, you can't see. Hang on. Okay. Share. Okay. Where is it? Here it is here. Okay. So this is where they show there.
Oops.
Tom Stones. Now, is that Tom or Tombstones? Okay. Is that Tom?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
I thought maybe it was. And it's like,
well, it could be, but I don't think it is. He wouldn't have that many subscribers anyway.
110?
No, he wouldn't even have 10, I'd say.
Okay. So this here is his this is his status conference live. So that's his thumbnail, and this is JLR's thumbnail. And then they go on. But this is the only time they mention this channel. JLR is mentioned, like I said, between what they said about Matt, Jules, and this Tombstones, okay, those three, it doesn't even take up one page of the motion. 13 pages of this is all, they're going hard after everything is JLR, 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 JLR. They're not going really hard on this Tombstones. They're not going hard on Jules or Matt. They're just saying, okay, look at this is what they're showing. But that takes up one page out of 14. The rest are
you've
all...
got two people. Yeah, you got two people, basically, out of a lot of people that were watching that. And then
what I'm saying, though, is they're only picking on JLR. Out of all four of them, 13 of the pages is all about JLR. Only one page covers the other three. Yeah, you know what I mean?
But they weren't live streaming it, Matt and
Matt wasn't live streaming, and Jules wasn't.
No. So this is.
But even Tom, the Tombstones was live streaming it, and they barely even mention him. Like I said, one page of out of the 14 pages, one page was covering three of them. All the rest was all about JLR and all his wrongdoings and shit. They're going hard after JLR.
See, I don't watch. I don't watch
JLR
anymore. So he could be doing great coverage on the Morphew case for all I know, and maybe that could be harming them. You know what I mean?
No, it's not even really that. Like he didn't cover this the first time.
No, he didn't. No.
Now it's just like, when as far as the Barry Morphew, other than showing the live stream, because nobody else was doing it, well, other than Tombstones, because we weren't allowed to. So that was his opportunity to jump on and show it and get all the viewers over on his channel. Yeah. So, which is fine, whatever, do you, dude, but look at the trouble you're going to be in. But anyway, other than that, like if you go onto his channel, you'll see like mass shooting here, mass shooting there, car chase. Like he just gives little snippets of all these different hundreds of things that are going on all over the States. Yeah. It's not certain cases that he dives deep into. He just puts out breaking news, breaking news.
And
Like
he's
he
not,
didn't.
and he travels. He travels some distance, you know.
He goes
He's
all
living,
over.
he's living down in Florida, I think, if I
Yeah,
remember rightly.
he's somewhere in Florida. Yeah.
But you'd see him. He'd be on the border. And he'd be talking about the people crossing over the border and all that sort of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, actually, that place that he went in Vermont, right up at the Quebec border there in Vermont, that is one of the border crossings that we cross over to go into Vermont from
oh,
Canada. And it's just a little hick town. It looks like, compared to like the other customs, US customs,
yes,
that looks like a little outhouse
right.
compared to US customs that you generally see. It's
But
funny.
I've
It's
seen,
just a little, it looks like a tool shed and it's a customs building.
yeah, I've seen him in Texas as well, and um, actually, what that sort of stuff when he was doing that, well, I thought it was kind of interesting. But see, he knows himself.
He
He's
went
the
to
type of guy.
Idaho. He went to Idaho for the
Yeah,
Idaho 4.
that's right. I know. He
But
was
I mean,
one of the first there.
he doesn't do in depth. He'll go just to go, like, look at
Oh, I don't
me, I'm
know.
here. And then
Honestly,
you don't hear anything else about it
no,
until
funny.
he
I
goes.
have to say now, as much as I don't have much time for him, he did go into a lot of depth with the Idaho at the beginning. Like
Yeah.
he went down to Pennsylvania as well. I think down to
Yeah, but
do
he,
his.
like I'm saying, when I say he doesn't go in depth, like he doesn't go into the documents, and unless it's something very specific. Like we were going over every document that come out in this case.
He was
Every
on.
time,
He was definitely boots on the ground because
yeah.
I remember um, he was he was in and on the back of the property on different roads, and
Oh
he was
yeah,
going
boots
down
on the ground,
ditches
he
and
does awesome. But I'm talking about if you're just got to sit behind the computer and go through the documents,
yeah.
he's
Yeah,
not into,
okay.
unless it's something major,
Yeah.
like okay, here's the bond papers. Then
Yeah.
he'll show you that. If it takes more than 15 minutes, forget it. He ain't doing it. Like we'll sit here for 6 hours showing you all the documents.
Yeah.
He doesn't go in depth like that. But to
I think,
go out and go boots on the ground, if it's a big case, he'll do it.
but he's probably realized now, being the type of scallywag he is now, he's probably getting more hits being that type of a person than
Right.
a journalist. Do you know what I mean?
Like
Or
he did a lot of good coverage on the Del Conte case there. That guy that escaped jail and he was on the run. He was boots on the ground there everywhere. It seemed everywhere you looked there was JLR. And
yeah,
that's where he really took off.
yeah.
Because he was okay, they've got him cornered in this. Like he did really good on that. So to see him revert back to his old ways of what he's doing now is really disheartening.
Yeah.
Because I think he's going to lose a lot of respect from a lot of good, honest creators. You know what I mean? And people in general.
It looks like he's having a bit of a breakdown, if you ask me.
I think he needs a vacation away from all of this. Like he lives and breathes it. Anything that happens, it could be in New Jersey, it could be in Massachusetts, it could be in Utah. It's
Yeah.
like breaking news, there was a shooting. Breaking news, there's a hostage. Breaking news, it doesn't matter where in the US, east, west, north, south, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But he's living and breathing it, and I really do think that it's starting to mess with his psyche
He
because
jumped.
he was going down a good path. Like, I'm going to do things the right way. And now he's reverted back to doing things the scum way.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really know that part of him. Well, it was when it was the Sebastian Rogers case. I just think he went too far. And
Yeah.
do you know when you feel uncomfortable watching somebody?
Yeah.
When you get that feeling, and it's no. And I kind of went away from the Sebastian Rogers then at that time because it was
And
just
it's, you know what, Merton, honest to God, no matter how pissed I am at him right now because he could have compromised everything, as much as I'm pissed at him, it's like some of the stuff that he did really good. He did
yeah,
better than the professional media.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't scared. Like, you've seen other YouTubers, especially that Deva Conti, the one that escaped from jail. These other YouTubers were like, screw this. If he's around here, he's got a gun and everything. Fuck that. We're out of here. He was right there, like, let's look in the bush. He went into the bush and everything. Let's see if we can find him. It's like, oh my God, JLR, you're going to get yourself shot. Like,
Yeah.
he was doing some really good stuff. So, like, to revert back to what he's reverted back to, it's sad.
But he's probably getting, see, this is the sad thing about it. He's probably getting more clicks and views and earning more money than being a bit of a rogue than he was when he was
But
being.
is it worth it?
Oh, no.
You know what I
don't
mean? Like, I would
know.
rather, what do we got in here? We got 35 people. I would
Yeah.
rather have these 35 people in here
Yeah.
and
Sure.
listening to legal,
Yeah.
straightforward, verified information than put something up like, we got the inside info, we got the, or go, you know what I mean? Like, I would rather have 35 people in here and know that I'm doing everything the right way than doing something that I shouldn't be doing. Just clicks and views aren't that important to me to go rogue and to go against the system. Do we like the system all the time? No. But the rules are there for a reason. Follow them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you got to go rogue and it's not worth it for me for clicks and views
No.
to jeopardize my morals and values. And
Exactly. Yeah,
you know,
you know.
he's jeopardizing morals and values, and he's bringing down somebody else with him in that, because as far as I'm concerned, that, you know, I should just shut my mouth because I don't want the backlash from it. But, you know, if you're going to do it on your own, fine. But he's bringing somebody else in on it too. And that person could end up going down with him too, because what he did, he broke the law. And if they take what he said the way that some of us are taking it, because as soon as people in the chat seen some of those comments, they went, oh my God,
Yeah.
crossed
100%.
the line. You know what I mean? It's like you're jeopardizing your freedom. You're jeopardizing any respect that you should even have for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, where's the morals? Where's the values? Like,
But
I
you
can
see,
see making a mistake, but when you're doing it on purpose and he knew what he was doing was wrong,
yeah.
that's different. I
But you
got
see,
no sympathy for that.
they have to deal with it. And you see, if they tell people, if it was nipped in the bud, and do you know what I mean, you got a big fine, or you got, I don't know, a community service or whatever it was, and you know he does it again, and he gets dealt, you know, a bit more severely, and all of a sudden, next thing he's in jail. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't, well, this is what you get: an escalation, because he's not being punished.
Well, put it this way. As I was going, like I said, I didn't see these documents. As soon as I seen that they were up, I said, screw it, I'm going to go live. And I'm thinking, when I seen Jules, it's like, oh my God, please, Lord, don't put me up there. Please don't let me be in these documents. Like, it was enough, me and Kurt being accused of something we didn't do the last time.
No.
Don't make me part of these documents. So it's like, I'm glad, but I mean, I did everything the right way. So, I mean, my morals and values won't allow me to do something that the court has ordered me not to do just for clicks and views. I would rather have 5 people in here listening to me telling you what is happening in court than have 1,000 people in here watching me break the law.
But that says a lot, Willow, about what Iris and company did, mentioning AK in the court, you know,
Yeah.
like, and then trying to, you know,
Well, you see what
instead
happened
of
there.
apologizing and say, "Oh, we got it all wrong. My gosh, I'm very sorry." Whatever. They
Not just
still
that.
then want to get rid of people taking notes, and you know,
Not just that. When Kurt was able to prove that he didn't do nothing, that's when they come at me. It
Yeah.
had to. Well, who's Willow? Huh, the tree.
Yeah, I
But
remember it. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
well, she's sitting. She was in the courtroom recording shit then, and it's like I'm in Canada, and then the
Yeah,
judge says, "Oh, is that the one from the Great White North or something like that?" That he said. Does
that's
she have
right.
somebody, or I had somebody sitting in the courtroom recording everything? Why would I need that when I can watch it on the WebEx?
Yeah.
I'm not restreaming it. Go look at my live.
And that's why I had no time for him. He was so
Right? So when they couldn't pin it on him, they tried to pin it on me. And it's like, no, all I'm doing is repeating what's being tweeted. I'm not showing anything. You're like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I got that whole transcript.
yeah. Yeah, I think I have it here somewhere as well.
It's crazy. You guys should see that. I don't want to put it out now. Maybe once this is all over and done with, because I don't want to compromise anything. I don't want to be accused of anything. But maybe once this trial is done and over and it's done, then maybe I'll I don't know. I'll ask Kurt first because he's the one that gave it to me. He's
I
the one
think
that was there.
I think there's going to be more fun and games. To be honest.
Oh, it's gonna be a shit show. Come on, everybody, go on to my bonfire. Get your shit show shirt now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the shit show trial coverage. It's
No,
on my bonfire.
I just get that feeling now that there's going to be strokes being pulled and stuff, and there's more of a frenzy this time around. There's a lot of new people. I mean, in like Reddit and stuff like that, I see a lot of new people,
Yeah.
and it's
There's a
you
lot
know
of them just guessing about what happened the first time around. No, you
well,
don't
what
understand what happened.
I'm finding is that when you look them up, they've never followed anything to do with Suzanne,
No.
but they're in there and they're causing trouble
Yeah.
in the and they do that in lots of different groups. They go in and you can see they're either removed. Everything they put in is being removed. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But there's definitely stuff. It's I don't know what's causing it, but I think they could probably. I don't know. It's very hard to say what they
Yeah.
should do.
If you look at some of their dates that they like YouTube, okay? When somebody comments regarding this, that the comment is so out there, it's like, did you watch the first trial? Have you watched this right from the beginning? Because we've been on it since the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's like, where are you getting your information? Because that's the farthest from the truth.
Yeah.
And then you click on them to get more info, and they just joined like 6 months ago.
Yes. That's right. Yeah.
2 months ago. It's like, okay, I get it. It's I think I know where some of them are coming in and trying to cause havoc on my channel. I think without saying
Yeah.
it, who's behind that,
Yeah.
getting all his people to make up all these fake accounts, whatever.
Yeah.
But I just block them anyway. I let it roll off my shoulders. Like, obviously you have no idea what you're talking about. You're being fed a load of shit and you're just regurgitating something that you think you know. Because somebody else said it the way that they want you to repeat it, It's like, screw you, bye. So yeah, my block list is starting to get up there again. So I can just imagine. I can just imagine once this starts getting, depending on what happens here, we may lose all ability to be able to watch this anymore.
Well, I can't see that happening now, to be honest.
I hope not.
Do you know, like, we're looking for transparency, and it's bad enough from transcripts that I've looked at and knowing what was said in court that, that they're not on the transcripts. There's stuff that was hidden. You know what I mean? We need transparency, right? Because it keeps judges in check. It keeps everybody in check,
Yeah, but you know what? The court isn't going to really care about that if they feel that certain comments are putting people at risk of either harm.
You see, it wouldn't take much for one person to be employed to check these people. You know what I mean? If they're streaming or not, and if people are making
Right, but
comments,
do you
block them.
what the salary is to have court personnel instead of, doing what they're supposed to be doing for court stuff, to have to just sit there and check YouTubers? You know what I mean? They shouldn't have to do that.
I know, but it's the future. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
It is the future. Like we can't fit all these people into the courtroom. People are interested. Since COVID-19, people just started on this. Watching crime TV, and this is all part of it. You know what I mean? People are interested.
It is. But the thing is, Barry Morphew's lawyer stated, which is the absolute truth, is all they are required to do by law is leave that courtroom open to the public. They are under no law or legality that says they have to live stream it.
All right.
They just have to leave the courtroom open to the public. This is a courtesy to people across the US and across the world that want to follow these cases, that they're giving a courtesy to them. They don't have to do it. All they have to do legally is leave that courtroom open to the public.
Yeah.
That's what the law states. It has to be open to the public. Nowhere in the law does it say they are bound by law to live stream any court hearing.
Yeah, but
it's a courtesy, and we're supposed to respect that we've been given this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want it, respect it.
I watched the first court case I think I watched was OJ. And that's because it was like I can't remember any other court case that was on TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I watched a few after that, but now you can watch the smallest little, case.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You can Google almost everything. Like a lot, there are some states and some courts that just say no to the live streaming, which is okay. But you will find that basically a lot of these bigger cases, they know people are interested. They want to show how their justice system is working to everybody. They want to make it available. But when they make it available and they say, okay, but here's the rules. Some courtrooms say, you know what? Live stream it. We don't care. But when they say no live streaming, then don't do it. You can still look at how I do it. Is it a pain in the ass? Because I'm listening to what's going on in the courtroom and I'm repeating what was just said 10 seconds ago and still trying to listen to what's being said at the same time. It's not easy to do, but if you really want to do it for your viewers, then you can do it. Push yourself to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's ways to do it, that you're doing it the right way. But just sitting here and live streaming it, which you're not allowed to do, no. Doing it intentionally. I can see if somebody made a mistake, oh my God, I didn't know. I get it. But when you got people, hundreds of people in your chat room saying you're not allowed to live stream it, stop, and you just block them all?
Yeah.
No, you knew exactly what you were doing was wrong, and you were blocking everybody that was bringing it to the chat's attention. You're supporting somebody who's breaking the law, breaking a court order. Like, that says a lot about you if you're going to support somebody that's doing that.
Like, he's gone over the top, though. Do you know what I mean?
Lately he has, and it's sad because he was getting really good at covering stuff, and he's just done an about 180 and gone back the other way. And it's like, it's sad to see.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Okay, well, I'm good. I don't even know. What time is it there, Martin? It's got to be like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's 6 minutes to midnight.
Oh.
I won't go to bed for another 4 hours, but I'll catch up now on a few things I was looking at earlier on.
There you go. You're 5 hours ahead.
5 hours ahead.
Where are you're in Australia?
Ireland. No,
Ireland. Why did I think you were in
Ireland.
Australia? Ireland.
Ireland.
Ireland. I'd love to go to Ireland. I've
It's
seen
lovely
so
here.
many pictures of it. You got to
It's
come to
lovely here.
Canada one of these days.
Yeah, my two nieces went there last year.
Yeah.
They're nursing, and they went there for um, uh, I don't know, it was a couple of months anyway. They loved it.
Yeah. It's really
Um,
well, most places in Canada are really pretty. There's
yeah,
some provinces that are just like, no, skip that. But most of Canada is very beautiful, and most of Canada is all wilderness. If you notice, a lot of Canada,
yeah,
where all the big cities are very close to the U.S. border. The northern part of Canada is all wildlife.
yeah. I was watching some family, and they bought an island on somewhere on some lake. It was probably, I don't know, about 60 acres or something like that, or that sort kind of size.
Hmm.
But very interesting. I just thought the whole thing very. They were going to build it in a cabin on it, a summer cabin.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah, there's
loved
a few YouTubers that are on here that are building up near like Honey Harbor, Georgian Bay, up in the northern part of Ontario. Now, the only thing about this place is like I like seeing rain at this time of the year because it ain't snow. Because a dusting of
it.
snow for us is like a couple feet. That's a dusting.
Mm,
You know, when you look outside and there's like 4 feet of snow, that's like, oh shit, gotta pull out the snowblower. 2 feet, 2.5 feet, okay, we can get the shovels out. You can go out there in your shorts and a sweatshirt. Anything
if we
more
get
than
a foot
that,
of snow, if we get a foot of snow, the whole country comes to a standstill.
I
It's
know, and I find it so funny
oh
because us, we see a foot of snow and it's like, yeehaw, let's get out there, let's come on, fishtailing down the roads, and
yeah.
we
Like
think it's
I lived in
that's a
Chicago for a
dusting.
while. I lived in Chicago for a while, and there was a 5 feet of snow outside, like right across from where I was living. There was a park, and the snow was so high that I thought that there was like a waste paper or like a dustbin type of a garbage can or whatever, and it
Okay.
was basketball hoop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how high it was, and but driving on it was great. You know what I mean? As you say,
Yeah.
fishtailing around, and I
Well,
remember I
we're
had my
built for it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah
most of the northern part of even Quebec, Ontario, up into Saskatchewan, Manitoba, up into Calgary, like northern Calgary and BC, we all got studs in our tires, right? So it's
right
like,
yeah
let's go. And now that I got the Jeep, the 4x4, it's like, yeah, I ain't getting stuck because I remember when I moved back to this area from Hamilton, because I was born and raised in Hamilton. And I
yeah.
moved out here and it's like, well, screw it, because I had a Jeep and it's like, no, I'm going through that midlife crisis, right? I was just about to turn 50. And it's like, I want a sports car. And I bought one.
Yeah.
And then October hit, the middle of October, and we got like 3 feet of snow. And it's like, fuck, I can't even open my doors. It's like, what was I thinking? And I like, because the first time I lived here, I was only here for a few years and I had my kids here and I was young. I was like 18, 17, 18, 19, 20. And it's like, shit, I forgot about the winters here. So it's like, I made it through that winter. And then it was like, I bought another car that I thought was going to be like, it was higher up. It was like an SUV. And it's like, no, I'm buying another Jeep. And that's when I bought this here. And it's like, yep, 4x4 sport. Yep. Get the big knobby snow tires. And yep, I ain't getting stuck no more.
No, so we don't get enough of snow. Like it might not snow this year. You know what I mean? It snowed just around Christmas time last year, and yeah, we might see it for another 4 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're like we don't have those salt and grit boxes around the place, and because there's no point,
Yeah.
and they only plow the main roads. Like so, where I live, they don't come up here at all. We have to get we have to get the local farmer to come up.
Yeah, with his tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that happens here too. That happens here too. snowmobiles and yeah, I am. Okay, I got to wrap it up because
Thanks.
I rent a room out to an older gentleman, and he looks like he wants to come down and make something to eat.
All right, no worries.
Usually I'm done by 5. It's like I shut down, but it's 7 o'clock, so I better wrap it up here. So I'm going to thank everybody for coming, especially you, Martin. Thank you for coming on and sharing your
Yeah,
views and your thoughts. And always great to have you here. And I appreciate you coming on.
yeah,
And
no, I like coming on there. Yeah,
yes, to everybody in the
enjoy it.
chat, to the mods and everything, thank you for being
Yeah,
here and all the
that's
people
one
in
thing
here.
you've got. You've got great chat. You've got good
I
people in
do.
your chat. I don't see any trouble in your chat or anything like that.
No,
So
I've got some of the great, and like I said, I would rather have a
yeah,
small group in here that is so respectful and you don't got to worry about being attacked here or anything like that
yeah,
because if you do that, you're gone. I
yeah,
got the best mods. They keep everything running great. So it's like I love my chat. I love my subscribers. I love my chat. So it's good when you can have a chat like that. Like I can read a document and I don't have to worry about what's going on in chat because I know everybody is being respectful, and I love that. Even with a difference of opinion, sometimes you can have it. Just
yeah.
be respectful about it.
I like that. I like.
Yeah,
You don't want to listen to an echo chamber. You know what I mean? I
right.
love having debates and
Yeah,
because you're not
yeah.
always right, and that's where you find out. Okay.
There's
Well,
one of my faves right there, Nana. Now I remember Martin
yes.
when Nana. I said, Nana, I'm going to make you an honorary mod. She's, oh my gosh, she's just, I don't want to say how old Nana is, but Nana's up there. And she says, I don't know the first thing. I says, don't worry about it. Now it's like, you better be careful because Nana's in here and she has no problem giving you the boot. So she's come a long way. And I love, she's usually one of the first mods in here. And I
I
just love
recognize her.
Nana.
Yeah, I
I
recognize her.
just love Nana. She's awesome. So thank you, Nana, for being here. I appreciate you. Love you to death. So we're going to wrap it up. Thank you again, Martin, for being here. Everybody loves you here. Thank you for
Okay.
being.
Thank you.
I wish Kurt would have showed up, but
Yeah,
it is
probably
what it is.
next time. Next time,
He's
maybe.
he's got a lot of stuff going on too. So,
Yeah. All right.
but we're going to
Listen.
wrap it up.
Thanks, folks, and we'll catch you the next one. Yeah.
Yep. See you
All
all
right.
later. Bye
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 bye.
for now.